We are live! Welcome you all to the last round of the regular season of LBFF 7. Lots and lots of things to be resolved here today. And I am your captain for the night, Marcelo Ferrandini, here to bring you all the emotions of the 6 last maps of the regular season, cited of course by my co-pilot Isa. For the last time on the regular season. How you doing, Isa?
I literally cannot believe that we are already in the last round for this split, and this split that has been longer in the history of the LBFF. So I'm so excited, especially because we have so much to decide today. As we said to you guys yesterday, especially this week and this round is basically the most important for the split. So a lot happened. I am really shaking and I am really so excited to start off this amazing day.
And of course, you guys gotta follow us at FF Esports and at FF Esports BR and at Marcelo Ferrandini at Isa13X to get aware of what is going on and what is coming for the grand finals. Lots of surprises, great shows, great presentations coming up for you guys to enjoy. In the second to next Saturday on the 16th, we'll be here bringing you guys the finals, and of course we gotta know the standings because there are lots of fights going on today here in the LBFF 7. Starting with the fight for the top, Isa.
Yes, starting with the fight for the top, we have B4 and Magic Squad playing today with only basically a 20-point difference, which will take them very far along the way in this competition. And of course, we know that this is a very easily reverted difference for Magic Squad. We saw amazing rounds from Magic Squad in the entire championship, and right now they can get to the top 1 still today. Of course, we also have playing Los Grandes and Corinthians, both teams that are very strong competitors for the leadership, not for the leadership, but for the top of the standings. In the other hand, we have Nitrox and Tropa fighting for the 13th position. Remembering you guys from home that Nitrox and Tropa fighting for this 13th position has been going on for weeks, and this specific spot in the standings guarantees a spot in the next season of the LBFF without going to the access group.
Now imagine, what if Metagaming has the poorest day ever?
Oh my god.
And Nitrox steals the 12th position. It's doable. It's really doable. It's a 66-point difference between those two teams. If Nitrox demolishes the day here, they can fight against Metagaming. And we're coming from a week where Nitrox had a best day here in the season. They were the best team of the day. They had the best day here last week. So, what if is?
That is the doubt that is really on our minds, especially because Tropa also, we have two teams, and of course, counting on a poor positioning from Metagaming, we can see the top 12 changing, which is something that we haven't considered lately. And of course, the fight for the bottom, actually the fight out of the bottom of our standings.
To be out of the bottom,
yes, indeed. Between Netshoes, Miners, and Liberty, also very close in points. And today we will be deciding which team is gonna be relegated for the season.
And we talked about Metagaming and Nitrox fighting for the 13th or the 12th position. We have to highlight the guys from Tropa. They kept the 13th position throughout the whole season, and for the past few weeks they entangled into that fight with Nitrox. That now makes it so thrilling to see for you guys to know who will be in the 13th position. But one of the guys from Tropa is making sounds here as in his debut season, and we gotta know some more about Mandela.
Salve rapaziada, eu sou o Gabriel, mais conhecido como Mandela, jogador da Tropa. Eu sonhava em ser jogador de futebol antes do Free Fire, jogava muita bola, tá ligado? Mas não deu certo. Bom, eu conheci o jogo através do meu amigo chamado Richard. Ele me apresentou o jogo, eu gostei muito e daí a gente não parava de jogar mais. Me apaixonei pelo jogo. E dali tudo começou a fluir, velho. Depois da base do fluxo, o Capgame me chamou pra tropa fazer o teste. E, mano, foi uma das sensações, caraca, velho, vou jogar a Série A.
Começando a vantagem a tropa, já manda o Juan, olha essa tropa atropelando, a galera da Losnan chegou do lado, foi pra foice!
Minha mãe me apoia até hoje, sou muito grato a ela também por ter me apoiado tanto. Hoje em dia eu tô na Série A, tô realizado. Peço que vocês não desistam dos seus sonhos, confia e vai, tenham em mente isso, sempre pensamentos positivos para o que vocês desejam no futuro. E é isso, rapaziada, essa é um pouco da minha história.
What a charismatic dude.
Yes.
He's 16 and he has more charisma than I've ever had in my whole life, of course. But it's really nice to see a young guy getting to get his dreams fulfilled and to play in the highest level of Free Fire in Brazil.
And of course, to be an inspiration for all of the guys at home that are trying to make it to the LBFF, to the competitive scenario in its highest level. Of course, it is so inspiring to see a guy so young, right? Mandela so young, as you said, really fighting to be one of the top players, and he was an amazing revelation this season.
Do you have in mind that he is less than half my age? He's half than my age.
Oh,
man, I'm
my
getting
son
too
as
old.
well.
I am getting too old. But we gotta check out the teams playing here today. The schedule will be showing up on the screen for you guys to see, because we gotta know the confrontations before Cruzeiro, Netshoes, Miners, Nitrox, Team Liquid, and Vivo Cade going against Corinthians, Liberty, Los Grandes, Magic Squad, Metagaming, and Tropa. Isa, a confrontation that tends to be slow, but I doubt that we are going to have anything going on slow here today.
Very strong confrontation, and I expect to see something a little bit more aggressive from the team, especially from the ones that already have guaranteed positions in the standings. Of course, we know that Netshoes, Miners, and Liberty will be literally playing for their lives here in the LBFF for this day, and it's going to be a very important day. We have some teams that are on the top of the standings and some teams that are not, so all of those guys will have different perspectives on what they want for the day, and of course come with different attitudes.
And of course, we couldn't end the season differently. We are going for the same rotation with Purgatory, Kalahari, Bermuda, and then
Purgatory?
Kalamuda and Behari.
Yeah!
No, we're going for Purgatory, Kalahari, Bermuda once again. And of course, shout outs to everyone who is on the chat right now. FL4 Toxic X saying much love from Trinidad, the great Trinidad and Tobago. Samir, São Paulino is here. Faraz Production saying is love. Ruanzi saying bora, Gometa. I don't know what you're saying. Maybe Gometa. Yes, maybe Gometa. Yes, because he wrote it all together. Here.
Oh my God, Marcel.
I lost my mind. I'm sorry. Fabrício Segundo saying boa noite, Marcelo Enisa.
Boa noite.
Raposa saying opa. Luiz Cipri, Cidade Alta RP. Also here sending a chip. I don't know what it is. Shoutouts to everyone, and Raposa is asking if you're married.
I'm married to Free Fire.
Jesus.
To Free Fire. To LBFF. I'm married to LBFF.
You're married to the night. You're married to the ballad. Isa is the biggest balladeer here in Brazil. Shoutouts to everyone on the chat, and of course, we are getting close to the takeoff. The engines are rolling, and we need to do something that became a staple here in the English broadcast. First of all, if we reach 100 people, 3 codes from me and 1 code from Isa to the chat. Angelical codes. Angelical. Red Angelical, okay? And the bets.
I'm gonna start off.
That end.
I'm gonna start off with.
Happy Ramadan, everyone, by the way.
I'm gonna start
Happy Ramadan.
with.
Our coordinator is betting on Netshoes Miners.
Interesting
Netshoes
bet.
Miners, interesting
I'm
bet.
gonna go for Los Grandes.
Los Grandes, great bet on the first drop. And I'm gonna go for the fight in the middle. I'm gonna go with Nitrox.
Oh, so
I'm gonna go with Nitrox.
I went straight for those grandes.
Because I want Nitrox to make a mess in the
I do as
rankings.
well. It would be really cool.
I want to see Nitrox make a mess in these rankings. And if Nitrox gets the best day that they can possibly have here, they can fight against Metagaming on the top. But do you hear that sound, Isa?
I hear the sound.
The sound of the engines, the sound of the cart with the food, with all the delicious food in the airplane, Isa. Do you hear the sound of cans being opened and the beverages being served? Do you hear the sound of gunshots coming out from the window because we're clear to take off? So let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R2071 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your Captain Marcelo Fernandini and Marcelo Macopeloriza invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Isa!
It is time to drop in the first map of the last day here in the 7th split of the LBFF, starting off with Purgatory, as you guys are much used to. And let's see if we're gonna have any different drop calls. We saw Netshoes Miners drop calling at Downside Brasilia yesterday, even though their current call for the entire championship was Lumber Mill. So right now it seems like Netshoes Miners is keeping their drop call for the final week, which is very good. And we see Liberty just by the side of Tropa.
Tropa changed their drop call.
Tropa usually drop calls at Central in this confrontation.
When they don't have Flux, indeed.
And Liberty usually goes for Fire Brigade and down Brasilia. But right now they are choosing to confront Tropa. So Liberty really going for the all or nothing in the first round of the day.
I like when it finishes off like this. When everyone has a chance to not go down and everyone has a chance to fight. And I love it like that. Now we see Kiladi, he is rotating, going to Fire Brigade. And we know that possibly we will have Netshoes Miners by the Lumber Mill region. That was their usual drop call. However, they changed it yesterday and it paid off, Isa.
Yes, going for the finals right now, Netshoes Miners chose to really keep their drop call in Purgatory in Brasilia, which is a very good drop call, but still they did not practice all season long. Right now, drop calling at Brasilia, they might be having a chance to do a better job for this week and get out of relegation. It is so important for Netshoes Miners to get out of relegation. Of course, it is a team with very heavy names on the Brazilian Free Fire scenario, and they are going against Liberty. Liberty that seems to not be scared because they chose to pursue a confrontation right at front. Of course, right now they have completely scattered from Central, and Tropa takes over the positioning while Liberty is already making their rotation at only 2 minutes in the map.
And this will need a quick rotation. Indeed, it is because the South Islands are outside of the safe zone. Only a little bit of the Fire Brigade there is blessed with the safe zone. We see Kiledi going for the yellow box there to gather some loot, to gather some equipment, because he knows that this fight will be tough. We see Moreira rotating. Central is taken by Tropa. They have the vending machines nearby, so they can get some glue walls. They can get a grenade over there. They can get some stuff over there, some better weaponry. And now Spill is rich. He got 3 coins over there. Now he can buy the whole map. He can buy one of those houses, Isa.
Yes, he can. And Tropa really choosing to pursue this confrontation because they were not only making their target in Central, they were also in Fire Brigade trying to spot out Liberty. Liberty that seemed to have chosen a different pathway for this match, of course. And in Purgatory, you usually see the teams moving a little bit slower right now before.
A little bit of Monica.
Right now, before still in Brasilia and reaching 5 minutes in the map, we are going to start seeing the positionings being taken. The first safe zone is, of course, a little bit more centralized, but I am hoping to see, you know what I'm hoping to see, Marcelo?
Kills?
No, when we are reaching the end of the day, especially because we're going to have so many positions being decisive, being definitive, we're going to see the teams really drop calling with each other to try and take over positions and send the other one at the 12th position. And I always love that.
You're going to destroy my data package. You know that, right?
I'm just recording. It does not take internet to record something.
Isa lost her connection here today with her cell phone, and she's using my Wi-Fi to post on Instagram.
I am just recording. Recording does not take internet.
Shout out to Hanza Kam here from Pakistan. Shout out to Pakistan. The great, beautiful Pakistan.
I'm actually on live. No, just kidding.
She just chose to use all my data package. And we have the Zeppelin running over the map as we see Los Grandes already with an early rotation. No confrontations. It seems that the teams are being really careful on their rotations, scouting first, sending drones, and trying to get information on the places where they're rotating.
And it seems as well that all of this strategy is going to take us to very slow maps inside of the day. Of course, there's no way to tell how those teams are going to be after the second or maybe the third map of the day, when it really starts to close in that extra pressure from this is the final week. So all of the guys are going to start feeling that extra pressure, and it might have a very big impact on the game. While we see that to 5 minutes in the map, 12 teams, 48 players, and no one was knocked down, no one was eliminated and then brought back. This is something unusual. We usually see confrontations happening, but
and it's happening right now. I'm sorry to interrupt you, because Magic Squad is trying to take Corinthians, who was going full. They see me rolling over there, trying to get with the motorcycles, trying to get a rotation with the motorcycles, and it seems that they will be able to. The shots are on Vitinho XP. What a capa from Vitinho XP. He left the motorcycle and just clamped the head of Italo over there. He will be helped, of course. Corinthians is really far away to buy that fight. But what a shot by Vitinho XP. My man!
Well, we see that Corinthians trying to take over the position of the trailer probably means that the safe zone has headed a little bit up north, and Magic Squad was not able to complete any elimination. So we stick to almost getting to 7 minutes inside of the map and no confrontation. So the guys really not being able to pursue the confrontations. Magic Squad, a usually very aggressive team, did not choose to go after Corinthians, even though they saw them. But Viva KG and Cruzeiro going at it.
And General found the first beat Iba. Found the first grenade, and he sends Giga to the lobby with the first blood of the day. Modestia leading the charge for Vivocade. He is the frontliner. He is the man who is going to jump as quickly as possible. Now he rotates. He uses the down truck over there with the side of Dead God to get to a better position to fight. Rush already going after Nando. Nando has a car, and Rush has the charge buster. This could be really advantages for Rush. But now we see that guy going after Trap. He uses the side. He's trying to come over, but R7 comes over and takes him down. Rush is brought back by Modestia. Modestia is trying to bring the ice to open up the path on the fight against R7. He wants to go after the player from Cruzeiro, but Trap and R7 just demolished Vivocade.
Vivocade getting knocked down in the 12th position and making sure that Cruzeiros get some extra points on top of them in the standings. Of course, those two teams are competing directly for positioning, and Cruzeiro starts off in a very good way, only losing Giga, who will probably be saved very easily.
There's a hard zone by their side.
Yes. So he will probably be saved very easily by Cruzeiro, and Cruzeiro trying to get to the safe zone. They already have kills. They already have the vehicles, and they putting back Giga into the game are going to be up for a very good Purgatory map.
They already gone to the hard zone to try to get Giga back, and they will defend that region on the campsite so Giga can loot himself.
Yes.
He can get his equipment back. We see Team Liquid with their usual rotation leaving Marlboro Works through the north with 2 cars once again. Team Liquid is a team that uses Misha a lot, and it in a moment of the season it paid off, right?
Yes, and Team Liquid always does work the slow rotations with or without the cars, so it is very usual for us to see them trying to do that, but we see Cruzeiro also got in the way of Liberty while trying to save Giga.
Back tries the shots out onto Trap, forcing the Cruzeiro player inside of the house, and he will not be able to get there. Back gets the takedown with the charge buster, and he will send Trap back to the lobby. Giga was saved, but they lost one important player, their top killer, in Trap. Liberty is rotating. They know that they would need to be inside of the safe zone as quickly as possible. They need to be alive at the end of the game. They are fighting against relegation, and every point matters right now for Liberty, Isa.
Yes, and Liberty that made a very long path towards the safe zone. They got out of Fire Brigade and made all the way around in Forge, while we see Team Liquid pursuing the confrontation against Netshoes Miners. But Netshoes Miners, that is not in a good predicament of the safe zone, and it's going to be a little hard for them to get out of that position, as we see that the only team knocked down was Vivocade. So 11 teams inside of the map, a lot to be decided, and no one seems to want to really go after that extra aggressiveness, even though they are really setting shots at whoever they come across and kind of try to pick up those kills in the open field, but no confrontations being really pursued, gone after right now.
Now we see Team Liquid trying to put some shots out onto the players of Netshoes. They rotated. Nativa got some of the space for Netshoes to rotate with that Kappa on butt, and now they are trying to enter the fields area, but they will go face-to-face against Magic Squad. Fernando SI wants me to sing a kind of magic from Queen if Magic Squad wins. That is not gonna happen. I respect Freddie Mercury a lot to try to murder his work.
Yeah, so I would like to see you sing some theme song for whichever team makes the booyah, please.
I'll try to find a song for each team.
Well, we see that we are getting to 11 minutes inside of the map. The safe zone has already shrinked, but there are lots of teams that are not positioned inside of the next safe zone. We see that before, for example, is still in Brasilia. They have not left that area, and Team Liquid dropping one of the players from Liberty down. Liberty in a terrible position in the open field.
And already lost backs into Team Liquid. The shots are out, and Liberty will have to go through Team Liquid. They have no escape from where they are right now. Team Liquid holds the door from Liberty, and they will have to count on their best possible rush. Now they are on a 3v4 situation, and Team Liquid has the whole advantage. Now Pato goes to the floor. It's a 2v4 against Liberty. The grenades from Boss with the hand cannon trying to take down, and Eric steals the kill on Pato. Metagaming also with their eyes on that fight. Hype is there. Phoenix is trying to use the Barrett to wall bang the players from Liberty. He finds a good shot over there. There is a head that is almost being hit by Phoenix, but now he's being shot from the top down. We see tThe opening up some space. Los Grandes just eliminated Tropa. And as we see, B4 is taking the rest of that war, going after Los Grandes. MTS now looking at tThe fighting from inside of the gas, trying to save the whole Liberty squad, and possibly is trying to save the whole campaign from Liberty, the whole season for Liberty.
A lot of confrontations being decisive right now, especially for the standings. Liberty in a terrible position for the first map of Purgatory, as we saw Tropa being completely eliminated very early inside of the map, and that's going to be very rough for them to recover from. And of course, in the safe zone that closest to fields, we always see a very crowded kind of safe, and it's going to have a lot of impact because Liberty was just knocked down in the 10th position.
MTS sends Liberty back to the lobby. They will have to think about Kalahari. They need to perform better in Kalahari. Drax now puts Lobato to the floor. Magic Squad with a good start into this fight, forcing Lobato to be brought back by Lapa. Lapa today a starter for this B4 squad in place of Shinez. The great Shiznei is not here today. Now we have Bueno leading the rush, trying to get to Lobato. Lobato uses the ice to cover himself, and the ice is broken. Lobato will put Bueno, and he will put it onto the floor! Lobato with the double takedown! Amazing job by the player from before, opening up the space for Magic Squad to be destroyed. Jubinha gets a kill, and Lobato just saved before. Amazing job. And then we see Cruzeiro going in the fight against Nitrox. Nitrox takes Giga to the floor, and he takes Trap as well. Prozin will get the kill on Giga. There is only one player still on the fight for Cruzeiro, and it's Rush. He puts Ju onto the floor, but he will be brought down by Prozin. Nitrox destroying Cruzeiro. Cruzeiro having troubles with team fights, and Nitrox taking the best of it, Isa.
And not only taking the best of it, but they still have a very good position inside of the safe zone, seeing that Nitrox right now has a clear path towards the safe zone that is dominated by Metagaming. And we see also that we have 7 teams alive now, 6 because Netshoes Miners also gets knocked down pretty early on the game, which is good news for Liberty that was eliminated in the 10th position, if I'm not mistaken. And that's going to make the standings even more intense.
Now we see the work from Team Liquid to try to take Metagaming out of their shelter. We see but calling for a loot drop over there, and Quali will put Phoenix to the floor with the car. Nice job by Quali opening up the fight for Nitrox. We see before now bringing back the player that was taken down on the fight, and Jubinha will fall once again to the gas. He didn't even touch the ground. Now Iago and Lapa are on the floor. Metagaming gets those kills for themselves as we see Pão shooting out on the players from Corinthians, but Eric will take the kill on Lobato, and before goes down in the 6th position. Los Grandes falls in the 4th position with Metagaming, Nitrox, Corinthians, and Team Liquid still in the fight. We see the rotation from the players from Metagaming, and But will take Eric from the game. Why did Metagaming leave that region, Isa?
Metagaming still very separated if you consider the players are very split up in the safe zone, and of course Team Liquid holding the best position will have a very interesting comeback, while we see Corinthians also having to make the advance towards Metagaming and the grenade launcher. Right now Pão did not take the hit, but if he does take the hit to Corinthians, it's gonna guarantee Metagaming a better position.
I still don't know why Metagaming left the center of the safe zone. They left it to Team Liquid. They just gave up on that shelter, on that house, and gave it to Team Liquid. Now we have the players from Metagaming trying to hold Corinthians outside of the safe, and we have some Bololo going on with Memgod and Hazur using the motorcycle to go after the players from Metagaming. MTS will put Memgod to sleep with a nice grenade launcher shot, and Quali will get Kawe. The advantage was on the hands of Nitrox, but they will lose a player. MTS takes 2 from Corinthians with the grenade launcher. Pão takes 1 from the players of Nitrox. We see him rotating. He wants to go after Rafa X. He's siding Rafa X over there, and he needs his teammates to help. Now the grenade launcher shot by MTS will take 2 down. Now he will get everyone! He will get everyone! So it's a booyah! Team Liquid! MTS, you are an absurd! My God, look at that shot! Look at those shots putting everyone to the floor, Isa!
As always, MTS making it all happen for Team Liquid, starting off the day in the best way possible. And of course, Team Liquid that is competing for some of the top of the standing positions. So let's check it out, how many points they got with this map. And of course, 21 points for Team Liquid in the very first Purgatory map of the day, while the MVP goes for Prazin. Nitrox already scoring 18 points. They already had an advantage on top of Tropa, only 3 points, but still. And right now, Metagaming going for 16 points, so maybe not the worst round in the history of LBFF. And Los Grandes, 14 points. Corinthians with 9, and Cruzeiro with 8.
Nice job by Metagaming securing particularly their spot in the 12th position. 7 points for B4, 4 for Netshoes Miners, 2 for Magic Squad that lost an incredible fight against B4. 2 for Liberty, 1 for Vivocate, and 0 for Tropa. 2 points more for Netshoes Miners, Isa.
Yes, we see that even though Netshoes Miners was able to score more than Liberty, the fight is still going to be on, especially because both teams went badly. And I was hoping to see the start out of the day being really about the teams that are on the bottom of the standings. So right now, really surprising performance in my opinion, but Team Liquid getting the best of it. Team Liquid that has been growing a lot for this step of the championship.
Taking their chance as a team that has no pressure to play today to get the first booyah. We're going for a quick break, and we'll be right back with the second map of the day. We are back live to bring you guys the emotions of the second map of the day. We're heading to Kalahari. But first, let me take a selfie. No, I'm joking. But first, let's take a look at the standings to see what changed after this first map of the day. Nothing changed. Nothing changed, and that's a huge change.
Yes.
Because Nitrox, despite having a great start of the day, their mission to get to the top 12 is a little tougher right now. The mission for Liberty is a little tougher right now because Netshoes just created a 20-point lead onto them. But Team Liquid got really close to Corinthians right now. It's really doable for them to go after Corinthians, God Unidas, Vasco. Maybe they can finish off the day in the 6th position and have a huge advantage in the finals. Playing with no pressure makes them do this.
Yes, for Team Liquid, it is an amazing leap that they have been doing for the last couple of weeks. And right now, they are no different. They are not feeling pressure, which is something that you said that's very important to take in, especially because the teams that are already guaranteed inside of the standings need to play the best game possible to guarantee the best position and the best bonus for the finals. It is going to be very decisive to see how they are going to do today. We see Vivo Cage getting a little bit closer away from Cruzeiro, and of course that's good news for Cruzeiro, but bad news for Vivo Cage. And we know that this fight for the top of the standings will go on for the rest of the day, as we see that Los Grandes is only 10 points away from Fluxo, will very likely finish up the day in the 3rd position and guaranteeing a lot more points.
Important points right now. B4 and Magic Squad can be the first teams to reach 500 kills in a single season here today. B4 needs 11. They will get 11. If they don't get 11 in this map, in Kalahari, where they are in the refinery, they will get it in
somewhere else.
They will get 500 points. Magic Squad needs 29. A little tougher, but doable for a team that dominated the whole season. So we will probably finish off the day with 2 teams breaking the barrier of 500 kills for the first time in the history of LBFF.
And also important to say that B4 was the leader for the regular season in the past season of the LBFF in the 6th edition, and right now getting once again to the top 1 in the regular season might give them that extra confidence to try and take the back-to-back title. And of course, we were talking about how for the last 2 seasons of the LBFF, the champion, the ultimate champion, was the team that finished off the regular season in the 1st place. So it is always so important to see that because it's going to bring them extra points in the finals.
And before won the last season championship because of those points.
Yeah.
But who are summing up more points are the guys on FF Squad. They are cheering for their favorite players, and the players most casted here today are starting with Rafa X, João, Cebolinha, Godkill, and Drax. Follow them. No players from before because they are really expensive. No players from Team Liquid, and no MTS over there.
MTS is like money. A lot of money.
But don't forget to join us at ffsquad.com.br. Set your team for the finals. It will be amazing. And of course, we gotta check out the kill leaders, because if we're talking about points, we have to talk about it, because we have Iago over here, we have Cias, Gus, MTS, and VTXP. Only Cias not playing here today. Iago got his first match of the day, but he got no kills, is it?
Yes, well, we see that Gus is still a very big difference away from Iago, and it's going to be very interesting because even though all of the players are far away from Iago, we know that MTS, Gus, and VTXP all have very close amount of kills, so it can be decisive to see who's going to get the 3rd place in the MVP and how it's going to be the order for the kill leaders rankings. Of course, Gus, an amazing player, and Los Grandes has been having an amazing run for the season of the LBFF, even better than any other season for them. So very important day for the MVP, for the standings, for everything.
And we are heading to Kalahari, which is a map where B4 usually dominates. The fight for the top is impressive, but the fight for the bottom is also thrilling to see. The last position team on our table, that is currently Liberty, is going straight to Serie B. They are being straight relegated. So Netshoes Miners needs to improve their difference to get into the region of the 14th to the 17th position. That will be the teams playing the Access group against the 8 teams that were not directly taken to the Serie A. The champions of Serie B take the spot from the 18th position squad here in LBFF Serie A. They will be directly taken to the Serie A. But second, third, from the second spot to the 9th spot in the Serie B, will fight against those 4 teams to be in Serie A. So Netshoes need those points to breathe and to try to come up with a different position and different mentality to try to hold themselves in the Serie A.
Yes, of course, the Access group here in the LBFF is always very hard, so it's going to be tough for all of those teams competing against very strong talents from the B Series, and it's going to be decisive to see how the format is going to go for our 8 split of the LBFF.
And if you guys want to check out the finals of Serie B, will happen on the 9th, next Saturday, with me, with Isa. We'll be there broadcasting you guys the finals of Serie B. But we'll also broadcast something else, Isa.
What?
The top, right?
Right.
Because we are clear to take off. So let's hit the skies. Ladies and gentlemen, from a flight R2072 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your Captain Marcel Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot Isa invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Isa.
Time to drop second map of the day, starting off with Kalahari, and we see that the teams are going for the not going for the usual drop calls. Liberty and Netshoes Miners fighting against each other in the Council Hall. Of course, in this confrontation, Netshoes Miners usually takes over that position. So right now, Liberty contesting Netshoes Miners for their lives.
And Magic Squad contesting before in the refinery. The fight for the top is real. Let's check out who will take the best. Before knows refinery as their palm of their hand. Iago takes a lot of damage and he's forced to use his only medkit that he found right after he dropped. The fight is going on for the top and for the bottom at the same time. We see Lobato now healing Iago a little bit and trying to take some shots out onto Bobs. Bobs using the G36, and he sees the space to rotate with his teammates. Italo has the P90 and a Scar. And now the shots are out. Bueno rotates. He has the UMP going after Jubinha, who has the Charge Buster. This could be really dangerous for Magic Squad. Bueno goes over Iago, deals a lot of damage, but doesn't take Iago to the floor. Now before rotates and groups gets together, grenades coming out. Bueno tries to find out the best shot, and Drax will take Lapa to the floor, opening up the fight. Also, Jubinha puts Bueno, but Drax takes Iago. Now it's a 3v2 fight in favor of the Magic Squad. They can break the drop call. Jubinha goes down. There's only one player. Can before be dethroned in the refinery, and they are! Before falls in the 12th position. Magic Squad wants the top of the standings, and Liberty doesn't want to be relegated.
Oh my
The
God.
day gets thrilling and thrilling and thrilling. Dropa also gets to the refinery and tries to take out the top of the standings. Now we see Hype. He looks at Broilo. He wants to take it down. Pato will put the Trem Bebê on the floor. 2 players down for Netshoes Miners. They will be forced out of Council Hall. 2 drop calls being taken by the teams that invaded the drop calls, that tried to take away those drop calls. We see Hype, he's rotating, trying to find Broilo and Rick, the 2 remaining players from Netshoes Miners. Backzine, he sees, he gets the information, he sends the information to his whole squad. Now he's using the negative. He knows that he will have to protect himself. He just saw Broilo over there. Man, open fire, my man. Open fire, my man. You are seeing them. Now, Beck is trying to rotate to find the better spot to this battle. He brings in reinforcements. He knows that fighting 2 against 2 will not be good for Liberty. He knows that his teammates need to be around. And Rick is looking at his sides. He wants to know from where Team Liberty is come from. They are settling themselves in the Council Hall to send Netshoes Miners to the side and force them to come through the whole Team Liberty squad after they looted the Council Hall. What a great play by Liberty, trying to save themselves inside of Serie A, Isa.
trying with all of their lives to save themselves inside of the A series and guarantee the spot in the Access group, while Netshoes Miners starts off this fight in the worst way possible, losing 2 players, and Liberty still has to spot the remaining 2 players from Netshoes Miners that seem to be running for their lives as well. So let's check out what's gonna happen. But Magic Squad against Before, I really did not expect that, at least not so soon. And really, Magic Squad going after not only Before, but also when Tropa came along the way to try and take over some advantage from the confrontation, they were eliminated.
But look at who is going over there. Nitrox is trying to take Refinery to themselves, and they send the first player from Magic Squad to the floor. We saw Team Liquid getting closer to Council Hall. This match is going to be insane, Isa. This match is going to be insane.
It's insane. It's really insane how the teams are playing with everything that they can to guarantee the best position on the standings. And we know how important it is for those guys. Their dream is to go to the World Series. They want to make history of the Brazilian Free Fire, and they are giving all of themselves to really try and take over those positions. The standings might go crazy today because the teams certainly already are.
And Isa, we had a team that debuted here in LBFF and went straight to the World Series. They're called, I don't know if you guys know them, but they're called Fluxo. And Magic Squad is trying to do the same. And what a season those guys been having. They are already the best rookie team in the history of LBFF. They had the best start for a rookie team in the history of LBFF. And now they are fighting to be
But not
in the
really, if you think about it. SS was a debuting team when they were champions.
But on the regular season, I mean.
Yes, but they were champions.
But they didn't get as many points as Magic Squad did.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But they were better. They were champions.
But they can't be champions.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, right.
They have the best average points for our team in the history of LBFF. They average the largest sum of points per map in the history of LBFF. They have the spot as the best rookie team in the history. And now let's see. Netshoes will be forced out of that shelter right as soon as possible. They will have to rotate. Now we see Vivo Keita going after the top. Modestia. My God, Modestia.
A little aggressive.
The man pays no respect to Moreira and just sneezes Moreira out of the map, Isa.
It was just one straight headshot, and Vivo Cage coming right now very angry because they fell very early in the last map. And of course, look at this. All of the champions of the LBFF finished off the first phase, the regular season, in the top 5. So maybe if that happens again, we're going to see Before, Magic Squad, Fluxo Loud, and Los Grandes probably being the possible champions of this season of the LBFF.
And
unless someone does something different and really takes over the top, right?
Imagine Cruzeiro taking the championship on the 16th. Everything can happen. Yes. Anything can happen. We've seen recently Nitrox be the best team of the day. We've seen Liberty being the best team of the day. So anything can happen. It's a one-day finals. 9 maps to set the champions here in Brazil. Shout out to The Cloud. Shout out to Mudacir, always here with us. And shout out to Matheus Luiz, saying today is the last day of the qualifying round. Let's break it all, Corinthians. He's cheering for Corinthians, the Timão, as we call them here in Brazil. The big team. It's what it means.
There's no translation, really, for...
It's big team. Deritella saying today it's going to be fire in the hole. Jose Lucas saying 13th spot worth a lot for to value the spot, and because probably next LBFF will be amazing. Miners saying drop. Falei a verdade saying Miners will drop in Crossroads where Cruzeiro usually goes. It didn't happen. Now we have the whole Corinthians squad positioned as Metagaming is getting ready to enter the safe zone through the sides of the refineries. This could be dangerous.
This could be dangerous as we are getting closer to 10 minutes inside of the map, and we still have 11 teams alive. So Magic Squad still took over Refinery from before, the only team eliminated, but Vivo Cage against Corinthians.
Vivo Kate going after Corinthians inside of the house. They know that they can mathematically reach Corinthians here today, but they will need to work a lot. We see Modestia leading the charge as Bunge goes over to lead the charge for Corinthians, and he wants to put that guy to the floor. Vitinho puts Nando, but that guy brings it back. Modestia gets Mem got to the floor as well, and Vitinho gets the kill confirmed on the player from Vivo Cade. Now it's a 2v2 fight. 2 players from Corinthians are down. Hazur will go down as well. There's only Vitinho remaining. Nitrox will fall in the hands of Cruzeiro. We see General trying to rotate. Vitinho finds the grenade launcher shot onto that god. General protects him with the ice as Modestia comes over to try to come in Vitinho. The charge buster shot take half of the life from Vitinho, but he is still alive and he's still on the run. That god will go to the floor in the hands of Kiled. Tropa also joining the fight. We see General rotating. He wants to go after Vitinho XP. Vitinho is using the corner of the house to get a good position, and he will put General to the floor. Can he clutch it out? He have to deal with Modestia. He still has to deal with Modestia. Vitinho XP holding ground. He listens to Modestia. Now he sees the player. Modestia comes over with the charge buster. Fully armed onto Vitinho XP. The grenade is good. It will deal a lot of damage to Modestia. Modestia uses the ice to get some coverage. Some shots out. He wants to take Modestia to himself. He wants to save Corinthians. And save Corinthians, the champion of the champions. Now the grenades are out. Modestia still able to protect himself. One more grenade trying to find the last player from Vivo Cade who rotates, who goes to the other house. Now it's a Wild West standoff between those 2 players, each one in a house.
Very hard confrontation for both of those teams that remained with only 1 player, while Los Grandes is very calm right now on the top of the command post and being able to pick up some views of this confrontation. And Metagaming already up against Liberty. Metagaming with 4 eliminations and a thirst for more.
And they want to take part. It's the hunting season, and Liberty will fall in the 10th position. Netshoes Miners are still alive, Isa.
Netshoes Miners still alive, so Liberty, even though they were able to eliminate 2 players from Netshoes Miners, they did not get the complete squad wipe, and this might mean that Netshoes Miners will bring the difference even bigger for the next map.
This makes them so mad. If they gave chase to Netshoes Miners, they could have eliminated them, got more points, and would still be on the fight. We see Vitinho XP trying to hold on against the players from Los Grandes. He's using the CR7. Vitinho puts Cebolinha to the floor, but Fawn will take Vitinho XP, and Corinthians falls in the 9th position. But Team Liquid actually coming after the remaining players from Los Grandes. Modestia will take Gus. Now Phoenix is coming over. Los Grandes will be eliminated. And Modestia is still alive. The man is still trying to run for Vivo Cade. My God, Modestia! What are you doing here?
Team Liquid is gonna get a view of Modestia right now, and it's gonna be very tough for him to keep alive, which will bring Vivo Cage to 1 more bad match of the day, while Tropa already wants eyes on this confrontation, and we see that Netshoes Miners...
What a grenade by MTS.
Never,
what a grenade.
Never missed one, never.
He never missed a grenade. Phoenix will take the 3 to the floor. Team Liquid going for...
You really are above this Team Liberty.
And they want the double booyah. Let's check this out because MTS is rushing and he wants to take advantage. He hears Kiled and he goes after the last player, the player that is playing from behind from Tropa. Kiled just killed himself and Phoenix will take that kill for himself. Now it's a 4v2 situation for Team Liquid. They want a better positioning. Boss is healing himself by the side of Phoenix. Now Tropa is retreating. They tried to buy into this fight, and Liquid said, no, you won't. No.
Yes, it's going to be very tough right now. Team Liquid, Team Liberty, actually, already with 5 eliminations and trying to get some more. They have a good spot of the safe zone. Netshoes Miners still alive, and the player alone. Oh my God, Netshoes Miners is still alive. They do not have, right now, they do have a bad position, but Metagaming in the very best position of the safe zone inside of the platform, and it's going to be tough for all of the teams to make this advance as we are getting for a much faster, much aggressive.
Look at the dribble from Tropa. They force the players from from Liquid outside and they try to dribble it, but Pão is holding the door. He says, oh, no, you won't. MTS gets the kill on Spill and Tropa is eliminated in the 6th position. Cauê gets MTS to the floor. A lot of ice placed by Butt, but that was not enough because the advantage from Metagaming is really good on positioning. Rafaex now trying to deal with the players from Cruzeiro. Still on the top of the platform over there. Magic Squad is still taking control of the refinery and now leaving. Now leaving the refinery, the players from Magic Squad. Giga takes Utrain to the floor and sends him back to the lobby. Netshoes Miner is still in trouble because the players that were brought back to the game were sent to the other side of the safe and no one could help them. So Cruzeiro had an easy kill. Now we see Drax trying to take on some shots onto Rafaex, but he went through.
My God.
He went through. He went all the way inside of the gas. Rafaex wants to take some shots out onto the players of Magic Squad. They are going for their usual rotation right now, using the pod to get to a better position. Bueno and Drax on the floor. Rafaex wants some damage. Bobs takes Natividade, and he gets the kill on Natividade, but he falls down inside of the gas. Magic Squad being taken down by Metagaming, doing a perfect game here. Up until right now, the squad from Metagaming is
very important map for Metagaming and for us that were saying that if Metagaming had a very bad day, they would probably they might be passed by Nitrox or Tropa. Right now, Metagaming is leaving no room for everyone else to play because they already have 7 kills, the best position, and they are taking hits at literally every single squad around them.
And they will have to leave. They will have to leave as we see Liquid going after the drop box that went falling down the hills. And they will be sided. They will be sided by the squads around them. They are in a great position for possibly a double booyah as we see Giga trying to rotate and he goes to the floor. He falls down and dies. Now, Cruzeiro is going after the players from Liquid. Phoenix goes down, MTS also goes down, and there's only Boss to fight. They had a good moment, but now they've been spotted by everyone on the map. R7 rotates. He wants to take a good spot to go after Boss, and he will get a shot. Team Liquid falls on the 4th position. However, still a good map for Liquid. Metagaming trying to get some shots out onto the players of Cruzeiro. We see Cauê. He has 4 already, and he wants more. He is a great shot. He's a great sniper, and he is making it count, Isa.
And
What a shot!
Miners, 3rd position.
3rd position for Netshoes Miners, making the difference even bigger to Liberty. Now we see Metagaming going downhill. It's a 4v4 situation for Metagaming and Cruzeiro. But R7 already goes to the floor once again with the great shot by Cauê. He opens the spot for Metagaming to rush with the advantage. Eric, Pão goes down with the grenade and Eric tries to bring it back against the players from Cruzeiro. Trap takes a lot of damage from that grenade and Rush goes down. Now Trap will have to deal with the Rush all by himself with 30% of his life. He goes down. Cauê, he wants to come over. Giga is on the floor. R7 is the last player remaining for Cruzeiro. Metagaming with the perfect game. They are coming for it. Eric will take the kill on Rush. Rafaex saw and got the shot on R7. So it's a perfect booyah! Metagaming! What a game those guys played! They took control of the high ground. They got kills with the sniper. They got kills from the distance. And they had one of the most beautiful team fights of the season. Taking Cruzeiro players one after the other without losing anyone, Isa!
Oh my god, Metagaming coming for one amazing round right now and really guaranteeing over some extra points and trying to get out of the top 12, get up, maybe guarantee at least 1 point for the final. So Metagaming giving it all for the last day of the season, while we see that the teams have been having very interesting positions. We saw Tropa and Nitrox not standing out once again, so we know that it's gonna be a little tough for those positions to be decided. We see Metagaming with 26 points, with Cauê being the MVP with 5 kills, Cruzeiro 16 points, Team Liquid 1 more very good match for Team Liquid with 13 points, Magic Squad 12 points, Netshoes Miners and Vivo KJ with 9, and Magic Squad getting 12 points on top of B4 that had 0 0. That's an important start to get away from that difference between those two teams. And I want to know if Magic Squad is going to keep up with the drop qualifiers between them and before. Of course, very important fight for the standings. And let's check out the second half of the points as soon as possible, because very fast Kalahari right now. We had a very aggressive map, which is something that we rarely see around here.
And with intended early confrontations, with teams breaking drop calls and going at each other. I really like that. I like last days. I love last days.
It's amazing. As always, Entropa guaranteeing 6 points, while Los Grandes got only 4, alongside with Corinthians. Liberty with 3, even though they fell with Netshoes Miners. Only 3 points for Liberty, while Netshoes Miners scored more. Nitrox with only 1 point, and before being completely taken down in their area, in their biggest dominant region of the map. B4 is literally known for being the kings of the refinery and got knocked down at the 12th position in that same area.
We're going for a quick break and we'll be right back to bring you guys the third map of the day. We are back live to bring you guys the third map of the day. We're heading to Bermuda, and we're heading to the standings to know how we are getting to Bermuda right now, because Metagaming took the 11th spot from Vivocade, and Corinthians took the 7th spot from Vasco.
Right.
Changes on the table, Isa.
Yes, right now a lot of changes on the standings. Corinthians getting closer to God Unidas, of course, and we see that Metagaming and Vivocade and Cruzeiro all have very similar punctuations. Of course, they are not far from Team Liquid as well. So let's check out what those guys are going to give up for us for the last map of the first half of the day. And of course, very interesting position for Cruzeiro, Metagaming, and Vivocade.
Check out the spots from Los Grandes, 1 point above the 1,000 point mark, and 6 points behind Fluxo. They will take the 4th position and they can go after Loud for the 3rd. So great job by Los Grandes recovering themselves in this season. Team Liquid is still on the fight to take some good positionings from Vasco, from God Unidas, some teams that they can go after, isn't it?
Yes, a lot of important changes on the standings right now, and it's important to see how the first phase, how the regular season of the split is going to go off, because the teams are going to start feeling a lot of extra pressure right now, and it is such an important moment inside of the split, and I am so excited to see how it's going to end.
Bets.
My bet is going to go off for I'm gonna go for
You're going to steal my
Netshoes
bet.
minus.
No, you didn't. My commander, the bet. Magic Squad, he goes for the easy bet. And I'm going with Team Liquid. The double booyah is coming in this map. Team Liquid going
He thought I
with-
was gonna steal his bet.
You should have stolen because Team Liquid is getting the booyah here right now.
No, Netshoes minus is.
If you say so, I don't believe you. But you know what I believe?
What?
The forces of nature that hold an airplane on the sky. You know why I believe that?
Why?
You know why?
Why?
You know why?
Why?
Because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, for flight R27D3 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your captain, Marcel Ferragini, and Mama Selma Copelariza invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Isa!
And this is the way that we are getting for the last map of the first half of the last round of the 7th split of the LBFF. So right now, getting to Bermuda. And the teams are all going for their usual drop calls, while Cabeção is back on the Vivo Cage squad, probably on the place of Nando 9, as we usually see Vivo Cage making those changes around the Bermuda maps, and Metagaming going for Angar. Metagaming that had a very good day today so far, so right now trying to get it even better. And Kawe already drop calls in the box of loot, guaranteeing some extra loot for himself, and so far no confrontations. Marcelo.
So far, no confrontations, and the team seems to be preparing for that confrontation. We see that Metagaming is going for a quick loot. We've seen players going straight to the vending machines. And we know that lots of coins appear in the hangar, so they can find already some coins and went straight to the vending machines to get some better loot to go for an easy and quick fight. Right now, Metagaming has a great day here. They are the best team of the day up until right now. More than 40 points for themselves, starting with 18 on the first map, and then the Booyah with 26 season.
Yes, and it's important to see how we've had a lot of drop call fights in Kalahari. We saw really the teams going after each other, and right now Magic Squad does not pursue the fight against before, so they are really going for a more secure game, and it makes a lot of sense because if Magic Squad, as all the other teams, have a very strong notion that the best map for B4 is always Kalahari, we know that it's more important for them to break the B4 formation in Kalahari than in the rest of the maps. So Magic Squad right now going for their usual drop calls, Liberty and Netshoes Mariners as well, which will make our standings being decided by the usual flow of the map.
We see that, indeed, as Isa pointed out, no drop call breaks with B4 right now. And Vivocade on their usual drop call in Bimazak. But strangely, the safe zone already closing out, taking half of Bimazak from the game. And Vivocade once again with the changes. Cabeção coming into play for Nando 9, this time in Bermuda, not in Kalahari, Isa.
Yes, and it's very important to see that right now, Nando 9 getting out of the squad of Vivocage will probably make Vivocage a little bit more aggressive, maybe. So let's check out what Vivocage will do with 4 rusher players, 4 players that always like to go off a little bit more aggressively, and Vivocage just losing the spot of the 11th position. For Metagaming, they must not be happy about it. Vivocage, that is a team with a lot of history on the LBFF, but who's got a lot of history as well is Los Grandes, while Fonzing is only sitting down looking at the... Oh!
He was duck sitting. He was waiting for those ducks to show up and get some shots. João goes down. The first blood goes to the hands of Los Grandes. They want the 3rd position. They want those 8 points on the finals. That can make them big in the fight for the title. We see Quali. He's coming to try to defend himself against Cebolinha. Brozinha already was getting closer, but he already pulled up and left Quali to die, while Nitrox positioned themselves by the Cape Town. The Great Grenade takes half of Quali's life, and now he's down. He is down. Phone gets the shot with the car and sends Quali back to the lobby. 2 kills for Los Grandes. In this matchup, they are now over 1,000 points. The 4th team in the history of LBFF to reach 1,000 points, is that?
And what an amazing mark for Los Grandes, especially a team that had been relegated here in the LBFF. And right now with this lineup, they are getting a much better result and they are trying to go for the best position possible in the standings, coming very strongly for the second half of the championship. Los Grandes was a team that especially evolved a lot during this phase of the championship, which is so important for them, while we see Corinthians betting once again on rotations with the cars using the Mitch ability, and we see Cruzeiro trying to punish them, but they won't be able to. Corinthians actually always takes past this run with the vehicles, and they always get past.
It's bizarre because they always get through.
They are really coming from luck today.
I think they are kind of an Ayrton Senna kind of breed, because with the car they don't die. If they went to the end of the game with the car, they wouldn't die. They go through a lot of squads and no one takes a player from Corinthians down from the car. Really impressive, those rotations, as we see Cruzeiro taking the bridge of Keraton to themselves. And Corinthians is now going face-to-face against Nitrox. Salles is trying to keep Nitrox alive, but he will be able only to keep Nitrox being demolished by Corinthians. No, he wasn't seen. Corinthians didn't see the player. And now Iago just killed himself and Vivoke takes the kill. Now before starts the fight with the loss, they put a player down, but Lobato will fall down as well. That God and Lapa are being highlighted over here. Modestia now goes over, opens up, but Lapa is already on the floor. Cabeção was the one to take him down. We see Jubinha trying to save the last player from before. Now he will put Lobato back on his feet, and Modestia will bring that God once again. We see Jubinha rotating, he's coming, he's leaping to the side of the house. He will be shot. Grenades are out. Modestia tries to take down the last player, the second to last player from before. Shots with the Charge Buster was not enough. Modestia with the MP5 putting him down. Now Lobato brings Lapa back into the fight. Grenades are out. Good grenade by Lapa, forcing the players from Vivoke to use their protection. The Skylar shot is good, and Lobato will put one of them down. The first player in this fight to be down is Modestia once again. We see Lobato being helped over there. Once again, as that God comes over and takes the two of them down. Lapa, he's trying to hold himself up with the car. He needs some healing over there, and he will try to pull out the car to find the players from Vivocade once again. It's a difficult moment for Lapa. The youngster is trying to find a better spot to shot. That God is inside of the house. He will have to rotate. That God's open up. He deals a little damage to Lapa, but Lapa finds the two-car shots! Great shots by Lapa! Saving before in the fight against Vivocade, and Vivocade falls in the 12th position once again, Isa.
And what a competitive and intense fight between those two teams. We know that B4 and Vivocade are both teams that are very strong here in the LBFF. They are the past champions of the splits. So we know that B4 right now was able to really get themselves out of a big mess, because if they were knocked down once again in the 12th position, they would not be in a good position compared to Magic Squad, because Magic Squad, of course, is still alive and well for this map. So right now, a very good fight between those two teams. This is how high the level of the competitive scenario here in Brazil is at right now. We saw that Vivocade almost had the full squad wipe, and then B4 was able to reverse the situation, while Metagaming is going after Tropa. So interesting fight as well.
Grenades from Kiled trying to open up the path against Metagaming. We see Spiel, he's going for the front line with D3 having the positioning. But Los Grandes got into the fight, and they already take two players from Metagaming down. Now Tropa has the advantage. Rafa X goes for the rush. He wants to take the spot at least to be covered in a possible fight against Los Grandes. Grenades from Kiled. He's really accurate with the grenades, but he forces Rafa X down. Rafa takes a lot of damage. Now Kiled and D3 are going for the fight. D3 has the sight on his hands. He wants to find Rafa X. Rafa deals with D3 in the first place. He was the first one to go all by himself in the rush. Now Hafax opens up. He goes for the side. He takes the kill from D3. He wants some more points for Metagaming coming from the Booyah. They want to get some points. They don't want to go from Booyah to bottom. Los Grandes enters the fight, and Moreira will be demolished by Cebolinha. Cebolinha having a blast in the second half of the season. Juan, he opens up, tries to go after Spiel. Cebolinha once again will put Spiel to the floor. Will get the kill. He has the quadra already in the match. Now he's coming over, going inside of the house, going to the second floor to to find out the players from Tropa and Metagaming. Kiledge will be taken down by Juan. Nice job by Los Grandes in the rush. They are going full SWAT over here, finding room after room the spaces that Metagaming and Tropa left open. Cebolinha once again putting Rafa X to the floor. He wants to go for the pentakill over here, and the killing spree is already up. Kawe will go down once again. Cebolinha, 6 kills for him!
And we see Los Grandes already with 10 eliminations so early inside the map of Bermuda. Very interesting run for Los Grandes, while they are performing very well, especially today. And they are coming once again with that aggressive posture. And it's important for them to reach the 3rd position, guaranteeing as many points as possible for the finals. The current MVPs of the match, of course, it could be no different. 10 eliminations and really getting the best out of this confrontation that supposedly was Tropas and Metagaming.
And the advantage from Loud to Los Grandes was 23 points. Los Grandes already cut it down to 13, but they have 2 points from the positioning at least. So 11 points. The difference between Los Grandes and Loud, because they've already gone through Fluxo. They've already passed Fluxo.
Yes, very important day for Los Grandes, getting probably their best position in the regular season of the LBFF yet. And we see Magic Squad still alive with a clear path towards the safe zone. Interesting position by Magic Squad that wants to take back the leadership for the season without any doubts. So Magic Squad trying to get the best possible match for them, while Netshoes Miners already is helping them by bringing B4 down.
Taken down before, and Magic Squad having a better day than before, which counts a lot here if they want to take the lead. We know that the difference between being the first and being the second already gave before a title. Last season, they won before because of that difference. So, really important. Shoutouts to Titan, who just got here, Mudacir, Fernando S.I., Luis Henrique, everyone on the chat that is watching. Please tell us where you guys are from. If you're from Brazil, tell us the city. If you're from the outside, tell us which country are you guys from. Now, Iago was brought back inside of the game. Before is still alive. We got to remind you that Before is still alive, Isa.
Yes, Before is still alive, while we see Magic Squad also alive and well, and a lot of confrontations happening outside of the bridge, while Corinthians has a clear view. Liberty is suffering down the bridge, but they might get very much in trouble by the squad of not only Los Grandes, but also Team Liquid.
What did Vitinho XP do? He had the advantage, but he went down and lost it all. Juan and Fawn are on the floor. Los Grandes loses 2 important players. Cebolinha now takes a huge shot by Memgad over there. He's forced to use the ice to get coverage, and he will be sent down. 1 grenade coming over, and Memgad will get the kill on Cebolinha. What a poor rotation now by Los Grandes. They had a blast in the start of the day, in the start of the game, but now a poor rotation forces them to a single player. It's Gus, still alive, and he is the top killer for this Los Grandes squad. We gotta point it out. Cebolinha was having the best day here, was having the best map, but still the best killer is Gus. tThe will be sent to the floor. Pato tries to open up the chrono there to save tThe, and he will, but R7 will come over and put Memgad to the floor, but Hazur brings it back, sends him to the ground. Corinthians have 3 players in this battle. Memgad being healed over there as MTS tries to rain down the bullets onto the players of Netshoes Miners. We see Team Liquid with a great advantage on the top of the hill by Mill. So the safe zone has already an owner who is Team Liquid, Isa.
Yes, favoring a lot the team of Team Liquid, of course, in the best position inside of the safe and being able to pick up a lot of views from the other teams right now, taking a clear vision of Corinthians. Well, look at this, Iago against Gus only with a Glock.
Iago with the Glock and Gus with the Charge Buster. Gus open up, Iago falls from the bridge, and he will be forced to go to a shelter because he doesn't have a medkit, he doesn't have weapons, and Boot just eliminated the whole Corinthians squad. Team Liquid putting up some damage, and before will finally be eliminated on the hands of Gus. Los Grandes 12 kills for themselves, still in the run. We see Magic Squad trying to take center stage. Cruzeiro taking center stage, and Giga will take the kill from Los Grandes. 12 kills for them, and the 5 points from the 6th position. 17 points for Los Grandes in this map. We have some shots being sent out, and Netshoes Miners being saved by Rick. Nice job taking Phoenix to the floor, but still trying to get some shots onto the players of Netshoes, as we see MTS with the M279 going for the great shots and the damage onto Utrem. He kills Utrem, and R7 will get the kill on Pato. Trap uses the grenade launcher to put Bueno to the floor and to put Rex to the floor as well. Cruzeiro holding Magic Squad as they have the best positioning inside of the safe. The shots are out. Giga tries to get some damage out. Rush will put it to the ground, but Bobs brings it back with a great grenade, but he will be destroyed by Rush. Great job by Cruzeiro keeping themselves alive and saving R7 still in this match. We see MTS on the floor, but he's helped. Phoenix gets the kill on Broilo. Now we have Netshoes Miners, we have Cruzeiro, and we have Team Liquid still in this battle. The top 3 actually, with 10 players. Now is commanded by Team Liquid. They got 5 kills and they got the upper view. They got the high ground. Now Boss is rotating with the car, using Boot by his side. Now they are going after the players from Netshoes. Why are they giving up the high ground? They wanted to go to the center of the safe zone. Okay, that's understandable. They want to defend the center of the safe. Rick will go down on the hands of MTS once again. Atividade is using the antenna to protect himself as R7 comes over. He will put Rick to the floor and eliminate the second to last player from Netshoes Miners. Atividade is using the eyes and he's using the antenna as well for protection. Giga will put Butch to the floor. Cruzeiro with 9 kills coming over for the last fight. Rush will put Boss down, but Boss puts Giga. It's now a 3v4 fight, 2v3 fight actually for Cruzeiro. Nice grenade by MTS! Once again destroying everyone! Natividade will go down on R7, couldn't get the kill. Now it's a 2v2. We see MTS, we see R7. The screen is split. Phoenix tries to get some points out. He will try to get it, and MTS once again! My God, MTS! My God! It's a double! Double boo! Yeah, Liquid! MTS! Stop blowing my mind! 2 double kills with the grenades, and the man is coming. He wants to be the MVP, and he's doing it all his
He wants to be the MVP, take back the positions from Gus and Vichinchespe, while Team Liquid is really going after the best position possible in the standings, guaranteeing one amazing day. What a run for Team Liquid. What an amazing run, especially this last confrontation. What a perfect endgame. MTS doing it all for Team Liquid. I really did thought that Cruzeiro was taken, but Team Liquid, oh my God.
I won the bet. Team Liquid with 21
right.
points, Cruzeiro with 20, Los Grandes with 17, Cebolinha, the top killer, with 6 kills. He is having an amazing end run in the season. Netshoes with 11 points, 3 more than Liberty with 8. Netshoes ahead of Liberty in all 3 maps up until right now, is it?
Yes, and Los Grandes with an amazing aggressive match, even though they fell kind of early inside of the game, still being able to guarantee 17 points. Netshoes Miners and Liberty both went well, but Netshoes Miners, of course, were better. So right now, Netshoes Miners getting the difference between them and Liberty even bigger, and it's going to be tough for Liberty. It's going to be very tough for them, while B4 with 8 points has a better punctuation than Magic Squad. So the fight for the leadership getting tougher and tougher for Magic Squad, and I am hoping to seeing how this is going to affect them in the standings, how it's going to affect Magic Squad's posture towards getting the drop call with B4. We see that they had 7 points, while Corinthians had 6, Nitrox and Metagaming 2 each. Vivo KG going for a very bad day right now with only 1 point, and Tropa even worse because they are not classified, so 0 points for Tropa.
What a game by Team Liquid. Once again, safe, playing from the top down, using the advantage. I enjoy what I'm seeing from Team Liquid today, and we're getting closer to the finals. If they keep up with this pace, they will be a problem in the grand finals. We're going for a quick break, and then we'll have the pause game, and we'll bring you guys the emotions of the 4th map of the day.
Salve, salve minhas lendas do rap! Chegou fim de semana, todos querem diversão. E quem não quer, né? Então bora soltar aquela risada, tropa, que hoje tem a segunda semifinal do jogo pausado. Tá ligado, né?
É claro.
Nosso Brad Pitt da Miners já garantiu uma vaguinha gostosa lá na final.
Por que choras, Brad Pitt?
Agora vamos ver quem encara o Peusada na decisão. Bora?
Bora. Fala, rapaziada, aqui é o Jubinha, jogador da B4, e vim ganhar essa semifinal, é nóis. Não, ganhar essa semifinal? Oi, tia.
Tá vendo por que a gente faz gravado?
O que eu falo pro pessoal pra fazer menos barulho que eu tô na entrevista agora?
Não é bem uma entrevista, né? Mas bora pro jogo. Cite em 15 segundos o máximo de tipos de carro que possuem dentro do jogo.
Jeep, moto, carro.
Opa. Carro é carro. Moto é moto, parceiro.
Falou carro, falei moto, pô. Carro azul, carro preto, carro branco, Jeep. Tem Jeep, anfíbio, tem uma moto, tem a Ferrari. Carro preto, anfíbio. Não me veio na hora, é só carro azul, velho.
Pô, Jubinha, semifinal, velho. Não pode dar brecha. Cite em 15 segundos nomes de jogadores que já foram campeões da LBFF.
Caramba, velho. Cauã, Pão, JBKR, Cias. Cauã, Aranha, Antunes, Leal, Tami, Pelo, King, Raposo, BKR.
Eita, 9 nomes em 5 segundos? Quem amassou dá uma risadinha.
Antunes, Japa BKR, Cauã, Tami, Nobru, Modéstia, Iago.
Cite em 15 segundos o máximo de jogadores que já disputaram uma LBFF e hoje não jogam mais.
A Tami. Esqueci.
Ih, bugou HD, foi?
Aranha, Raposo, Lucas TD, Gert, Kaique, Sticks, Tami.
Foi tudo?
Foi.
Cite em 15 segundos o máximo de armas que começam com a letra M.
M4A1, M4A1, M4A1.
Os moleque tão combinandinho? É isso?
M279. São os nomes difíceis. MP40, MP5. Tem mais nada agora, né?
Tem não. O jogo acabou, bora pro resultado?
Tô na final aí, só vamos focar pra ganhar essa final.
É, irmão, amassou. Agora, coloca esse soninho em dia que você tá na final do jogo pausado. Dia 16 de abril, tropinha, final da LB7 e decisão do jogo pausado. Batalha de mitos da LB, Peu versus Cauã 7. Quem leva?
Who takes it? Kawan or Pil? I'm betting on Kawan.
Yes, I betted on Pale for a while, but it's going to be interesting. Kawan's really preparing himself for the finals of the post game, and I love the post game, especially. It is so fun when we are trying to, like, the question pops up in the screen, and me and Marcelo are and trying to make
And he always loses. Standings on the screen for you guys to check this out. Magic Squad still on the hunt, 4v4, and Los Grandes taking the 4th position from Fluxo, now only 6 points behind Laudiza.
Yes, very important position for Los Grandes, while Loud is at home right now crying for their 3rd spot. And we also see that Magic Squad and B4 are still only a 15-point difference, so very doable difference for Magic Squad to retake the leadership, which is going to be decided for the last 3 maps of the day. We also know that Nitrox and Tropa is still a doable difference as well. Netshoes Miners getting closer and closer away, actually further and further away from Liberty, so important fight for all of those teams. And Team Liquid with those extra points right now almost getting past Black Dragons Vasco, getting extremely close to Corinthians, and it's gonna be very possible that Team Liquid not only passes Black Dragons Vasco, but also got Unidas that is not playing here today. And if they go for 50 points for the last 3 maps of the day, they will also pass Fluxo probably.
They can try to go after Fluxo. They need 54 points to go after Fluxo in 3 maps. It's doable.
It's tough, but
maybe
it's
not
doable.
probable. Maybe not probable, but doable. But we are going for the 4th map of the day. We're heading to Purgatory. And shout outs to everyone on the chat. We have PJS Goals. Saludos desde España. Gracias por estar acá con nosotros. Y después de hablar español, que comprendemos español también. Fernando S.I. here, talking to PJS. Fabrício Segundo, also here with us. Shout out to everyone on the chat, everywhere you are right now. And we're heading to Purgatory, and I need to ask your bets because I won the last one.
You went for the obvious. My
Why?
bet. Team Liquid's best map is Bermuda.
The obvious would be Magic Squad and B4.
No. B4 has their worst map in Bermuda, and Team Liquid is the best.
I still won.
Congratulations. Do you want a cookie for it?
No, I want your codes on the chat.
Well, I didn't say anything.
Flood her
points.
Instagram. Flood her Instagram for your codes.
And my bet for this Purgatory map is gonna be... That's a tough one. I'm gonna go for... Do you know yours already? Say yours first because no team is coming to my mind.
Netshoes Miners.
Nice. And mine is gonna go... So I'm gonna go for Liberty just to be the direct confrontation.
Liberty. So who are you betting? Tell us on the chat. And who are you betting, my captain? My commander. He's betting on Cruzeiro.
Nice.
Nice bet for the fourth map of the day. And do you feel that smell of great airplane food?
Marcel. I do.
Great airplane food. I already see looking from the mirror because we are on the captain cabin. From the rear view mirror, the cart is already going to serve everyone their cool beverages, their hot food. Everyone here getting ready because you know what is going on. You want to do it together.
Right, let's go.
In 3, 2, 1, we are clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R2074 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot Lisa, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Isa!
Finally, for the second half of the day, starting off once again with Purgatory and Liberty against Netshoes Miners in Crossroads. Interesting, because none of those teams were drop calling in the side of Crossroads. So right now, they choose to confront each other at that side. And we see also that the teams around them are going to have a very interesting fight. But we saw that tThe fell alone in that area, while the rest of Netshoes Miners is in Brasilia. So tThe really going after it alone.
And he gave a point to Liberty. He gave a point to Liberty.
I did not understand. I think Netshoes Miners saw that Liberty was coming for Crossroads, and then just one player fell off the airplane, and the rest of them just kind of expected to drop call in somewhere else, of course. But we saw that Cruzeiro went for a very close rotation to Netshoes Miners, so it's going to be dangerous for Netshoes Miners to be spread out around the map.
And I can be dangerous. You don't even know who sings this song, right?
Right.
My God. People these days don't know Michael Jackson.
I know Michael Jackson.
I'm about to hang myself. We have tThe here cheering for Netshoes. He's laughing at Netshoes Miners actually because tThe is a famous fan of Los Grandes. Where is Vinita?
And Netshoes Miners right now bringing Broilo back to the game. Of course, important for them to bring that player back to the game. While Vivo Cage gets Nando 9 back to the place of Cabeção. An interesting choice for them back again. We always see this kind of fights for this kind of substitutions for Vivo Cage. But the fight is on, and it's between Vivo Cage and Netshoes Miners. General retreating right now, while the tRest of Netshoes Miners will probably go after Lumber Mill once again, trying to hold off their map, of course, in the best way possible. We see Tropa getting a hold of Central, and of course, very interesting beginning fights because we see Mandela going for the place of D3. Tropa has been having a very rough day here today, and they could still get the advantage towards Nitrox, but right now it's getting harder and harder for them.
It's indeed getting tougher. They needed to step up their game if they want to at least breathe and know that they will be in the Serie 8 next season. FL4 asking if we live in Brazil. Yes, we do. We do live in Brazil right now. PJS Gold saying Cias es el mejor jugador brasileño seguro. Creo que es, pero Fluxo en el momento no tiene la fuerza que ya tuviste. My Spanish is going okay. I'm happy with my Spanish. And check this out: 2 of the 4 finals were decided due to the points taken from the ranking stage to the finals. That was what we were talking about. It happened with Fluxo, and before Fluxo tied with Loud on the finals, and they took it because they had more booyahs, and they only tied because of the points they had taken from the regular season. And last season, before, had a 2-point advantage on the finals against Vivocade, and they started the day 3 points ahead of Vivocade.
Yes, very interesting to see. And of course, the teams value so much the importance of those extra points for the final, especially due to this fact. The last 2 seasons were decided by the extra points, by the bonus. So very important right now to get as good of a position as possible inside of the rankings to guarantee this extra chance to get to the title.
People in the chat are saying we need to marry. No, I am engaged, bro. I am engaged. I love my girl. I love
and Marcelo could be my father.
And I have the age to be his father. It cannot happen, bro. It cannot happen. We have Magic Squad over there searching and scouting the place all around. And we have Cebolinha already also rotating with Los Grandes. Los Grandes, who had a great start here in the day. They went for the 17-point map in Bermuda, all based on kills, Isa.
Yes, very good run for Los Grandes. Los Grandes bringing on to some very good aggressiveness for the last rounds of the season, and it's important to see how much they are building up their confidence. I do think that the best way to build up a team confidence is to really get over these rushes, go over the other teams, and really have set it in their minds that they are the best. So Los Grandes right now working on their mindset for the finals, and of course guaranteeing very likely the 3rd position inside of the standings, going for a very good bonus.
Now Cebolinha rotates, leading the Los Grandes squad to the rocks, and we see that Nitrox is taking Ski Lodge, and they don't leave Ski Lodge. They probably have some kind of information. We are watching much movement to the eastern side of the map.
Yes, for sure. While we have all 12 teams alive, 48 players alive, so no teams are halved right now in the map, and everyone is keeping a little bit cooler, trying to give off this. Of course, we are in the second half of the day, and all the teams want to guarantee as many points as possible, so they are trying to keep up a little bit with their positioning. But Tropa already taking some hits at Cruzeiro. Kilari right now retreating, but our 7 is already on the ground.
Already on the ground on the hands of Mandela. He just came into play, and he already putting up players to sleep, and in fact, safe zone closing to the eastern side of the map. Some shots being put out, and Giga will take Moreira to the floor, but Spiel is there to bring him up once again. Tropa still have their full space to rotate, as we see Kawe still inside of the safe zone, waiting for Liberty to show up because he wants those points. He wants those frags. Davi fully naked. I think we shouldn't show Davi in the stream anymore. He is fully naked, and we don't want to see butts right now.
Very difficult position for Liberty. Metagaming is...
Metagaming is waiting for them. The ice will be broken by the Skylar skill. Hype goes to the floor in the hands of Pão. Nice kappa by Pão, really from afar, getting the player from Liberty down. We see that Hype was helped over there, and Kawe just approached the players from Liberty to get them from behind. He could surprise the whole squad for Liberty, and the shots will be taken out. Pato rotates. He wants to come after Eric. He's getting closer. He's using the Charge Buster, and Eric will use three ices over there to protect himself. Bops puts Fawn to the floor and Kawe will get back. The grenade is out. Eric deals a lot of damage to Pato, forcing him out, and Half-X will take the player down. Hype is being surrounded as Kawe comes over. Half-X will take the kill, and there's only one player to fight for Liberty, and he's already taken off. Liberty will be left off with only one player to fight for their lives, Isa.
Yes, and Liberty, very tough beginning of this purgatory for them. Of course, tThe is trying to make the run of his life, but Metagaming does not seem to want that. They are coming after tThe right now. Eric on the screen. Metagaming that has been having an impressive day, and tThe was already spotted by Eric. And
the shot is out. Eric takes a lot of damage, but he will have the grenades to force tThe from the tree. tThe's taking a lot of damage from the gas as well. He will have to use a med kit over there as he rushes away, but Eric has his sights on tThe, and he will take Liberty down on the 12th position. Once again, Liberty with no points. Now we have the focus on Cruzeiro and Team Liquid once again going at each other.
Very tough moment right now for Liberty, while we see that Team Liquid and Cruzeiro once again fighting today, and Vivo Cage with eyes on that. Of course, they are above the quarry right there in Forge, which will mean that if this confrontation blows up, Vivo Cage will have a very clear view, but what is blowing up is B4 against Tropa.
Let's check this out, because B4 has the position's advantage, but Tropa is coming strong in the rush. We see Chubinha using the eyes to get some coverage. Spiel is over there healing a little bit to go to inside of the gas and rotate for the fight. The last player from Tropa was still getting into this fight, and now finally we can have a 4v4 battle. Spiel opening up, being on the sides of Lapa, but he puts Iago to the floor with the charge buster. Spiel opening up, Lobato and Chubinha going for the front line. Fawn and Juan enter the fight. B4 falls in the 11th position as Fawn takes one player from Tropa as well. Mandela is the one who goes down. Now Los Grandes want to take those points from Tropa as well. They are in the center of the campsite, and it seems that they will leave that battle with the points that they got to go inside of the safe. Now we have Vivo Cage, Cruzeiro, and Team Liquid in the same battle at the same time. Let's check this out, because Boss is getting ready to watch the rush. Now, no movement from the players of Vivo Cage. They are still hidden. And if MTS gets a grenade over there, if MTS gets a grenade over there, Nando9 will put Giga to the floor. Vivo Cage, Cruzeiro, and Team Liquid in the same battle. The shots are out. Nando9 trying to find out Butt or Boss or Phoenix. The shots are out. He's exploding the car, taking away the chance of Liquid to run away. And a nice question by Mudasir. Which team has the most LBFF titles? No one. We have 4 teams with 1 title. 5 teams with 1 title, actually. Netshoes Miners bringing back some players. Rick coming back into play, and MTS using the ghillie suit over there, using the bush to hide himself. And the standoff is still remaining.
Right now, the match getting a lot slower while Rick is falling off the parachutes, and right now he's gonna have a very hard time getting a good spot because Forge is really crowded. So Netshoes Miners getting out of that position with their cars, and we see that we are getting towards the point in which the safe zone is shrinking, and it's gonna force Team Liquid out of that position, but Metagaming and Nitrox are not leaving.
Cruzeiro got the chance to bring back the player that fell down. And now we have the fight between Metagaming and Nitrox, as Isa pointed out. The shots are coming down. Boom, takes Memgod as he opens up onto the players of Nitrox. What a shot by Kawe. Puts Salis to the floor. Great Kappa. And also Quali goes to the floor. Brozin is over there trying to survive, and he will not be able to. Nitrox falls in the 10th position. Cebolinha opens up against the players from Netshoes Miners. Takes one down, and now Giga is in a predicament. Cebolinha gets the kill on Otremebe. The grenade from MTS deals a lot of damage to R7, but don't put the player down. He wants to find Giga with the shots. Now, Team Liquid is rushing after the players from Cruzeiro. Boss will put Giga to the floor. He will get the first kill for Team Liquid. He opens up. The grenade is good from MTS once again. Trap is dealing with the pressure with the Mag 7. Buzz but rotates. He wants to go after the players inside of the house. Lots and lots of ice used. MTS falls, but puts Trap to the floor, but Rush and R7 bring the fight back. Now there's only one player from Team Liquid. It's Boss. He will put Rush to sleep. Now it's a mano. R7 tries to come over with the Charge Buster. And still, we have a player right by the side of R7. It's Trap to try to save the Cruzeiro squad. Trap will put Boss to the floor, but Butch was brought back up once again. He wants to save now Team Liquid in the battle, but will leave that spot and try to put it down. Trap puts himself down with how did he do it? Trap just shot himself, and Boss went to the lobby. Now it's a mano fight, and now we have the fight between Vivocate and Netshoes Miners. Broilo and Ativa using the ice to try to rotate. Vivocate with their full squad still in the battle. 9 teams remaining with 14 minutes into the match. Once again, a late fight match going on. Team Liquid goes down on the hands of Broilo. He came with the side and took down the player. R7 puts Broilo to sleep and send him to the lobby. Tropa goes down in the 8th position as Vivocate now rotates to try to go over Cruzeiro. Metagaming falls in the hands of R7 as well. Rafa X was the last one. Natividade takes the kill from R7 as we see General trying to bring back his teammates that are on the floor. Modestia puts Natividade to sleep with a great shot with the grenade launcher as we see Cebolinha taking names on the other side. Gus sends Bobs to the floor. Magic Squad wanted to play a quiet game, but they shouted out to Los Grandes. They played the oath to order and came and brought Los Grandes into the game. Drax is on the floor and Magic Squad falls on the 4th position. Still a great match for Magic Squad, considering that before it went down in the 12th. Now we see Los Grandes with the center of the safe zone, but forced to rotate once again because the safe closed, favoring the teams that are Vivocate and Netshoes Miners. Still alive. The guys from Netshoes still have Rick on the ceiling of the storage house, only with a Glock on his hands, Isa.
Oh my god, Rick is gonna have to make a miracle out of this map, while Los Grandes versus Vivocate is the 4-on-4 confrontation that we were expecting for this map.
Now we see Cebolinha trying some shots out. Nando9 will put Juan to the floor. Modestia rotates. Finally, Netshoes Miners go down on the hands of Fonzin. But Nando9 brings it back, sends Cebolinha to sleep. Now 2 players defending the position for Los Grandes. It's Gus and Fawn. But they are far away from the players that are downed. Can they bring it back? Juan is on the floor and General will be finished off by Gus. We see that guy rotating. He wants to bring General back into this matchup. Gus tried to stop him and Modestia is holding on from afar. Nando9 gets the triple kill as Gus now rushes for Los Grandes. We see that guy rotating. He wants to get to General once again, but the grenade is good, and General goes to the floor. Gus once again with the sniper. Now Vivocate with 3 players coming after Gus. He wants to keep hidden. He wants to keep getting protection. Fawn and Gus will be taken down by Nando9. So it's a boo! Yeah, Vivocate! They finally woke up. They finally understood that they need points to be in the finals. They remembered of last season. And then Modestia and Fawn and Nando9 opened up the space for Vivocate.
Amazing how Nando9 is such a crucial player for Vivocate. Right now, of course, the end game was decided by Nando9's amazing support right there in the open field. 21 points for Vivocate. Nando9, of course, being the MVP, and Vivocate right now waking up to the game while Los Grandes gets not a lot behind. 20 points for Los Grandes.
And the 3rd position.
Yes, 11 points for Netshoes Miners and Metagaming, 10 for Corinthians, while we see in the 7th position, Cruzeiro, 8th position goes for Tropa, Team Liquid with 4 points, Nitrox and Liberty with only 1, and B4 having a bad day. That's something that we never see from before, so surprising to see how their performance is not going so well today, especially because Magic Squad is hungry for the leadership.
We'll bring the conversations back as we come back from the break. We'll be right back. We are back live to bring you guys the 5th map of the day, but first we got some discussions to bring to you guys on the standings that will be coming on the screen. Check this out. Los Grandes took the 3rd position from Loud, and now the difference between B4 and Magic Squad is 6 points. However, Los Grandes is 36 points behind Magic Squad, and they have 2 maps. If they score 18 points in each map, they would tie Magic Squad.
But Magic Squad will need to be knocked down. Yeah.
It's really tough, but we can prepare for a Los Grandes coming with blood on their eyes, Isa.
Of course, Los Grandes is a very strong team that has evolved a lot for the past rounds of the LBFF, and we see Corinthians getting past Godineda, so already guaranteeing the 6th position and probably going for Fluxo, maybe going for Fluxo. Let's check out if they are going to be able to guarantee those 32 points for the last maps of the day. Of course, very tough, but still not impossible. We also see Team Liquid already getting past Black Dragons Vasco, close enough to Godineda. And let's check out, because in the other side of the standings we have Vivo Cage going for the 11th position, but what would be ideal to guarantee at least 1 point for the finals would for them to go after Cruzeiro, but it's gonna be very tough for them to go after Cruzeiro, of course, and Nitrox and Tropa still very close. We see that Tropa is only 13 points away from Nitrox, which is very...
One game can change it all.
Yes, very doable. Netshoes Miners getting almost a 40 points difference for Liberty, which is basically their ticket out of the relegation zone.
They might be saved right now because Liberty would have... It's a 40-point difference is a difference that you look at some teams and you say it's doable. And you look to other teams and you say, no, you won't. Because Liberty is not showing us anything that makes us believe that they can go for 40 points in 2 maps.
And the special thing to say is that 40 points is a doable difference if you have an entire day. If you only have 2 maps left, it's basically impossible. And I mean that for even a great team, it's going to be very tough for anyone to pass. And of course, Liberty basically signing off their ticket into the B series of the LBFF.
But when you talk about Cruzeiro and Vivocade, it's a 36-point difference. You say, maybe they can go there. Maybe they can go there. When you look at Liberty, it's almost like it's no way.
Yes, of course, we have that difference, of course, based on how the teams usually do. So to see Liberty scoring 40 points in 2 maps would be something that basically we never saw them do. But for other teams, we saw them going through very good patches that it's difficult to say that they would absolutely not have it again. But I want to see what those guys are going to bring up for our final maps of the day, going for Kalahari. And Kalahari was an extra interesting map, so I want to see how that goes.
And you know from where we're going to see it. But first, your bet, quickly, 5 seconds. You got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm going with Los Grandes because we're clear to the ghost lines. Hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R2075 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your captain, myself, Ferrantini, and Marcelo co-pilot Isa. Invite you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Isa!
Time to drop, and we see Tropa going for their usual drop call. Of course, B4 is on the refinery, and Magic Squad is as well. So we're gonna see this confrontation thing happening again. We also see Liberty going once again for the council hall as well as Netshoes Miners. Rick is counting up the area, and
but Chubinha is also down. The advantage goes to the Magic Squad. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Isa. Chinese is back in the game for Lapa before not having a good day, and now they bring back their full power. They bring back Shiznei once again in the game. The rotation is good. Bobis is trying to rotate, and he gets Chinese to the floor once again. B4 will be once again forced out of the refinery. We saw Lapa over there, and Chinese didn't come into play for Lapa. Lapa going for the antenna, trying to get a better positioning for the fight. Drax is still there, but he being incited by Lapa. Forced outside, and Lapa is holding on inside of the antenna, trying to get a view onto Drax, but the other players from the Magic Squad are coming behind, and they want to take down the last player that is not Lapa. We saw Jubinha rotating, we saw Jubinha getting killed, we saw Lobato getting getting killed. And now Lapa playing from the antenna, trying to keep B4 alive. And I still believe, in your eyes, I'm joking, I still believe that they will go for the grenades. If they get any grenades, we have Italo there scouting the movements of Lapa. And they could be in a really bad position, Isa.
This time before being a lot smarter about how they are dealing with the situation. Of course, Magic Squad once again getting a lot of advantage towards B4 in the refinery area, which is shocking because B4 dominates this side of the map of Kalahari for so long. But right now we see that Lapa, it's basically unreachable right there in the antenna, and the other player for B4 already got out of the region and is trying right now to make the best to save the rest of the players from B4. And it's important for Magic Squad to complete the squad wipe if they want the extra points. While we see that Council Hall is very crowded with Team Liquid, Liberty, and Netshoes Miners, and it seems to me like Liberty has a very tough situation on their hands because Netshoes Miners is going out.
Now we see Bud rotating, trying to get to the players of Liberty, but Hype is the first one to put Bud to the floor. Boss is trying to take it back. He puts Pex into sleep as MTS comes over and takes one more kill. Now it's a 3v2 fight. Bud will be eliminated. Hype is trying to hold himself up as Davi brings back the two players that fell down. Now the other players from Liberty, they might come over as quickly as possible as Phoenix puts Hype to the floor, and they will try to go after Davi and the remaining players. Team Liquid is still alive, and Davi once again brings Hype back. Liberty is still with their full squad in the matches.
I don't know how Liberty got so many coins so early on the match, but of course already getting some extra chance to do better in this Kalahari map. And Magic Squad going for the kill on top of Lapa from B4. So B4 right now with only one player to defend themselves. And we see that Nitrox once again has eyes on this situation, and Team Liquid getting those 3 eliminations but losing Bud in the way, while Cruzeiro already takes down Juan from Los Grandes.
Los wanted to be safer, but they lose an important player, and they need those rushes if they want to be in the in a good position in the grand finals. We see Bud going with the parachutes, scouting a little bit the players from Netshoes Miners, and now joining his teammates by the Council Hall.
Tough moment for Netshoes Miners and Liberty, both starting off Kalahari very rocky, but Utrem Bebe does not want that to happen. He already puts Bud back to the lobby, and Team Liquid goes for probably the save, while he also knocked down Los Grandes, so a lot of teams in a very short area of the map.
Now Boss puts Bud back into the game, and this time probably closer to his teammates. Now we see Cruzeiro going for the run on the safe haven after the players from Los Grandes. Natividade gets Gus. Good start by Netshoes Miners, getting some points for themselves as Cruzeiro gets closer to the run. Shoutouts to Hobbing's channel here with us. Shoutouts to Chitan, always here with us, cheering for Los Grandes. What a day by Los Grandes, one of the best teams of the day.
Amazing day for Los Grandes so far, but right now we see a very unpredictable Kalahari. A Kalahari with a lot of surprises happening, and I am hoping to see one more surprise from those guys out there on the map. And we are reaching 5 minutes. We already are at 5 minutes inside of the map, and all 12 teams are still alive. Even though we had so many fights happening around the map, the guys were able to keep themselves alive. And look at Lobato. Lobato alone trying to hold it up for B4. Because in this very map, Magic Squad is already coming for the reverse difference, and they are rotating, trying to get the save on Bops, but Vivo Cage going after Los Grandes.
And the guys on the Brazilian broadcast are going for a lot of jokes, because the drum rolls are going on, the laughters, the claps, it's all going on. Now we have Cebolinha on the floor, and Fawn will be taken down, but Cebolinha still wants to fight against Vivo Cage. That guy using the hand cannon to try to find Cebolinha over there. One more shot from that God will deal a lot of damage to Cebolinha. He tries another run, but now General and that God will go after the player from Los Grandes. They wanted to be in a good position in this battle. This takes away the opportunity from Los Grandes to try to dream about going still higher on the standing season.
Of course, Los Grandes already having an amazing run, but right now getting knocked down in the 12th position. And look at this. Vivo Cage was the third team to hit 50 buyas in the history of the LBFF. The first one, of course, was Loud with 53. We see Corinthians and Vivo Cage tied with 50 points, with 50 buyas actually, in the
Do
history.
you need some help?
In the history of LBFF, very important mark for all of those teams that have a very important history here in our championship.
MTS gets Giga to the floor after Cruzeiro takes down 2 players from Liberty. From Liquid, actually. Liberty is rotating. Now the shots are out. Rush is trying to find MTS on the window, but he used the eyes. He got coverage. But now the grenade from Tep is really hard and takes MTS to the floor. Now Boss has to deal with 2 players, and Trap will get the one more. R7 gets the kill on Boss, and Team Liquid is down and out. He will be here for the last map of the day, but not anymore in Kalahari.
Not anymore here in Kalahari, and the situation is getting closer and closer to an ending here of the regular season of the LBFF. The teams are going to start really getting this extra feeling of how it's going to end. We are going to see how it's probably going to end before being able to make the save on Jubinha. So Jubinha right now still alive, getting to fall in the command post, but Tropa is very close. So let's check it out, because Lobato is probably going to be able to save other players.
Shout out to PJS. PJS, everyone knows you're Brazilian, bro. Everyone knows you're Brazilian. Now, before might bring their players back, let's see if Lobato will be able to do it, as the beam of light comes from the heavens to show that he's trying to bring back Iago and Lapa and Xnei into the match.
Yes, and before making the save puts them back into the run for staying the leaders in the standings. We know that Magic Squad is really hungry for leadership, but Pekizing is hungry for a kill on Nacho's Miners.
He's trying to go over, and he will get a train to the floor. Finally, Liberty having a better game than Netshoes Miners, but it's still a 39 points difference between the two teams. Let's check this out, because now Metagaming wants to go over and try to take down the Magic Squad. And we know that Metagaming had a perfect Kalahari in the last map, Isa.
Yes, and of course Magic Squad needs to perform the save on top of Bobs and need to recover for this map, because it is important that they punctuate well, because B4 is still alive. Utrem Bebe is brought back into the game by Netshoes Miners, so all of the fights in the standings are alive. Tropa, Nitrox, Magic Squad, B4, but Drax is already on the ground. Metagaming putting him on the ground, and it's going to be a tough recovery for Magic Squad, while B4 is alive.
B4 is still alive, and the rotation from Metagaming is coming away from the submarine, because they need to be in a better position if they want to repeat what they did in the first map of Kalahari here today. Bueno and Italo still trying to rotate, but Rafax is coming hard with the car. He wants to take Bueno. He's using the watchtower. Rafax leaps from the car and gets in a good position for the fight. The grenade is good. Bueno uses the eyes to protect himself, but he leaves the watchtower, and Rafax had the back of Bueno, but he didn't get a kill. He got a lot of shots missed and didn't take it down. Now Pão will take Bueno to the floor and help Metagame to leave Magic Squad with only 1 player remaining on the battle.
And the other player for Magic Squad still alive, Italo, makes the save on Bobs, but still very rocky map for Magic Squad, and they should be getting the best out of this Kalahari, especially having made it so much more difficult for B4, but Liberty and Netshoes Miners still going at it.
Pekzing will get broiled to the floor, and there's only Natividade to fight for Netshoes Miners. Now Liberty, after bringing back their players, are dominating the fight against Netshoes. Let's see what will go on as Natividade takes away. He wants to go as far as possible. Netshoes has Nativa and 1 more player. 2 players still in the fight for Netshoes Miners, as Peck uses the grappling hook to go faster and faster. He uses the Miranha, as we call here in Brazil, a reference to the Spider-Man. Look at the shot from Eric. My God, he just blown away the head of Bobs. He just got that watermelon fully exploded and got the kill. Metagaming with 4 right now. Only 1 player to fight for Magic Squad. 10 teams still up as we reach 12 minutes into play. And Isa, it's going to be a quick, a tough ending. A hard ending and a lot of teams fighting.
A very hard ending, especially because we see all of those fights becoming more and more intense, and it seems like it's going for the last map, Marcelo. We see Metagaming once again going for an amazing Kalahari with a great position and already 4 kills on their hands, but look at how many squads we still have. And we see also something interesting. Italo is the only player alive for Magic Squad, while B4 has a basically complete team, so might get very much interesting, this fight for the top of the standings, while we see Vivo Cage going for one more good map just by the side of Liberty, and Netshoes Miners' last player is also still alive.
Now we have the standoff between the players from Liberty and the players from Vivo Cade. Hype is preparing himself. We see tThe scouting the terrain, waiting for the players from Vivo Cade to show up, but in the command post, Corinthians is going to try to defend their drop calls. Nando9 will put tThe to the floor on that fight that we were watching. Now, we see Hazur and Memgad going together to get some better positioning. General takes tThe to the floor once again with the grenade launcher. Gets the kill as Hype shows up to start the fight, and that God will put one more player down. Now it's a 3v2 fight in favor of Vivo Cade, and General destroyed everyone! He got the grenade launcher shot out, and Liberty goes down in the 9th position. Netshoes Miners still alive, is it?
Netshoes Miners still alive, and Metagaming right now after Nitrox. Nitrox making a tough advance, and let's check out if Metagaming is once again gonna dominate Kalahari.
Now they are going after Nitrox. Salles and João leading the rush for Nitrox as Metagaming tries to defend themselves. The grenades are out, trying to find Prozin. Pão climbing up the containers to get a better position to fight. We see the players from Metagaming scouting to see where the danger is coming from. Corinthians now taking damage from Cruzeiro and from Magic Squad. The shots coming out, and Nitrox coming from above, trying to get the shots out onto the players of Metagaming. Magic Squad falls on the 9th position, and B4 is still alive. The second time that Magic Squad takes B4 away from the refinery, and they coming back. Look at Eric! The double takedown with the grenade. Now opening up the fight for Metagaming. Eric will get the kill on João. 2 players down. Quali goes down on the hands of that god as well. Vivo Cade joining the battle. Kawi will put Modestia to the floor. He gets the triple kill. He will put that god once again. Rafa X takes Nando9. Vivo Cade in a predicament, only General. As Rafa X tries to rotate, he has the chrono over there, and he will take General. 9 kills on the hands of Metagaming, once again dominating Kalahari. They are the team with the most booyahs in Kalahari for the season. We got to remind you that. They are the team that has the most Kalahari maps on their pockets for the season. We see Spiel going after Jubinha. He puts Jubinha to the floor. Now Eric rotates Nitrox, gets eliminated. Pão will put Prozin to the floor, getting the last kill as Utrain puts Giga to sleep with a scythe to the head. Corinthians taking center position inside of the safe zone as the other teams battle to get some space onto the command post to try to rotate. R7 trying to hold the players from Tropa. The ice wall is up and the grenades are out. Trap deals a lot of damage to Mandela, but still don't take the players down from Tropa. Tropa still with their 4 players as Cruzeiro brings Giga back into the game for the 15th time in the game, Isa.
And Corinthians getting the best out of the safe zone, but the command post is completely crowded, getting to one of the last safe zones, and still 6 teams alive, 17 players.
R7 puts Moreira to sleep as he goes for the kill, but they also lose 3 players now on the hands of Tropa and Corinthians. Spiel will get a kill, Train steals 1, and R7 will put Kiled to sleep, but now Mandela rushes. He knows that the only player remaining is R7. He wants to go for the kill. Utrain Bebe gets the triple. Netshoes Miners still on their feet, still trying to get some points out to go and put more advantage onto the players of Liberty. Utrain will finally go down on the hands of Kiled. He had the charge buster, he had the weapon needed to get the job done. Now we have B4 falling on the hands of Metagaming. Once again, what a dominant performance by Metagaming up until right now. We see Tropa opening up the ice and trying to go after players from that sad Metagaming. Cruzeiro will go down on the hands of Kiled. 11 kills for Metagaming. They won the shots. They won the points. They want the booyah. They won the double booyah here. The grenade is good. Eric will take Kiled to the floor. Mandela also falls, and Kawe will get the last kill with the rush from Pão. Now they need to go uphill and try to take down the players from Corinthians. Memgad, Azur are over there trying to defend their position. They have the watchtower. It's important, but the grenade out is good. The grenades are really good from Hafax, forcing them onto the side of the players of Metagaming. The shots are out. Memgad takes a lot of damage. Hazur is over there, and the safe zone will take them outside. They will go down on the hands of Kawe. Kawe finds Hazur, and the other player falls to the safe zone as Rafa X also does, but they will have to go after Broilo, and they will get the booyah. They will get the double. The double booyah! Metagaming! 2 perfect Kalahari matches. A lesson taught by Altman. This man knows everything about Kalahari, and he knows that Metagaming will be on the top of the standings at the end of the day, Isa.
What a comeback for Metagaming. Metagaming that we saw being one of the top teams in the standings for a while in the season of the LBFF, but right now they were having a bad moment in the championship. They were not doing as well as they did in the first half of the championship, and today they are trying to make the comeback, and 21 points for Metagaming. While
28.
That's no.
You said 21.
Oh, so right now Kawe with 5 kills being the MVP for the map. Netshoes Miners guaranteeing one more good map, 14 points for them, and Cruzeiro as well. Tropa making 11 points, Vivo Cage with 10, Corinthians with 9. Very interesting Kalahari map, once again being much more aggressive than the other maps, which is something that is blowing my mind because we were used to seeing Kalahari being much slower, and right now Purgatory and Bermuda actually being slower than Kalahari. So the finals are really going to shake up our game. So let's check out as soon as possible the rest of the points of the match. But what I did check out was that even though Magic Squad fell with B4 on the refinery, they still were not able to do well in the match. Of course, Pão is also one of the MVPs with 5 eliminations. We see Magic Squad and Nitrox and Liberty with 6 points, B4 with 5. So only making the difference smaller by a single point. Very tough moment for the fight in the leadership. Team Liquid with 3. Los Grandes making a terrible map with only 1.
Can I bring a trivia up right now here?
Sure.
Metagaming now has the top 2 killers of the day, and their third player is only 1 point behind the third position. We can have the day ending with Metagaming dominating the kill leaders list of the day. Look at what those guys are doing here today. We're going for a quick break, and we'll be right back for you to bring the last map of the regular season of LBFF 7. We are back live to bring you guys the last map of the regular season of LBFF 7. The finals are coming on the 16th, and we expect you there. We expect you here with us on the 16th. Let's check out the standings to see what is changing. Los Grandes will be on the 3rd position. They will not get to Magic Squad in before, but now the difference
Well, if they kill the entire map.
yeah, if they perform a miracle, they can. But Magic Squad now 5 points behind before. We left it to the last map.
Yeah.
5 points between themselves. Metagaming retaking 11th position from Vivocade. Metagaming the best team of the day. And nearing the record for the most kills in a single round, is it?
Yes, right now Metagaming getting past Vivocade by a good amount of points, and we see that Nitrox and Tropa are also still alive in the fight for the 13th position. We know that this 8-point difference is a very doable difference for one single map, so not only the leader of the standings gonna be decided only on the last map, but also the team that is not gonna go for the Access group. Well, Liberty already signs off their goodbye card for the A series of the LBFF. It's impossible for them to get to Netshoes Miners. So
47 points.
Shocking that Netshoes Miners that spent most of the season in the relegation zone in the 18th position right now in the day that matters the most, getting really the position enough to get to the Access group.
The confirmation of the Booyahs. Team Liquid, Metagaming, Team Liquid, Vivocade, and Metagaming. And if Metagaming gets 5 more kills, they will tie the record set from Fluxo in this season for the most kills in a single round in the history of LBFF. These guys are exploding here today. The record is 51 kills. Metagaming now has 46. Most of them got in Kalahari.
Yes, Metagaming has been doing amazingly well for Kalahari, but they need to bring that to Bermuda if they want to set the record, and also they might get the best round in the season, of course. If they go past 100 points, they will get the best, and they are not far away. I'm not going to give you guys spoilers, but they are not far away from that mark.
I was going to give spoilers, but since you didn't, I will not do it. Since she said
Marcelo
she won't do it,
always wants to give up
do
the
it.
spoilers. It takes off the fun from when we get to see the best team of the day.
The fun is to see the teams killing each other.
No.
No, you don't like the game. You like the standings.
No, but the surprises when we get to the standings needs
bets,
to be
bets,
very
quickly,
exciting.
bets. We have 15 seconds. Bets.
Metagaming. I'm gonna go for the record. Metagaming.
Let's go. I wanted to go with Metagaming, but now, so if you don't go with
envious.
Metagaming, I will go with the triple Booyah from Team Liquid. Your bet, my coordinator? Corinthians. He's going with Corinthians as well. And are we cleared or the route is wrong? Oh, so we are putting the route aside. I understand. We're putting the route to the side. You want to troll in the last map of the season.
I do really want the airplane route to go completely over the ocean, right?
Like a hat, just cutting the hat. Because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, for the final time in this regular season, this is your Captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot Isa, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Isa!
Time to drop in. The airplane did not listen to my wishes, but we are getting to the last match in the regular season of the 7th edition of the LBFF, which is so exciting. And Cabeção back on the squad of Vivocade. All the teams going to their usual drop calls. Magic Squad against Tropa in the region of Factory. So right now, Tropa choosing to make this confrontation.
Tropa choosing to go for the factory, and they already get the kill on Bobs. Kilegi will put Bobs to the floor, and the 5-point advantage from before to Magic Squad is now a little safer for before, because the rotation from Magic Squad will be delayed, Isa.
Will be delayed, of course. Magic Squad will very likely get past this and be able to save Bobs. But right now, one more player for Magic Squad still lost in Factory, so still in danger, and it's Bueno. Bueno needs to make at least one elimination. Tough moment for Bueno, getting rushed, but Drax already puts Bobs back to the game. Let's see if he's
Bueno just saw the jumps from Spiel. He wants to take down the first one. He gets Spiel, but he still has to deal with 2 players. Mandela will get him with the shotgun, and Spiel will be brought back into the game, and then Bueno will be brought back by Drax on the other side of the map, and Magic Squad will go for their usual rotation. However, 1 or 2 minutes delayed, isn't it?
Very interesting choice for Tropa, and very smart, of course, because Magic Squad always divides themselves to make a very separated loot. So Tropa choosing to make this fight against Magic Squad, they knew that they would only get 2 players. Of course, Bueno and Bobs are already back into the game, but Tropa already guaranteed 2 points, which means that they can get to Nitrox. They already have 2 points out of that advantage that Nitrox had, and Magic Squad is gonna have to make a much safer rotation, and a very good one, because Magic Squad only needs six, right? Points.
6 points.
Points from before, points more than before. In
5,
this,
and they need 6 because before. No, Magic Squad has more buoys, so they need 5 points to tie with before.
amazing for Magic Squad. So only 5 extra points from what before makes on this map, and they will be the leaders. They will go to the finals with extra 12 points in this thing, which will be very interesting.
And we are not talking about an important fight that involves this squad. They needed 8 points to go over Nitrox and get rid of the access group. Tropa can still breathe. They can still confirm themselves into the Serie A. It started with an 8-point difference between Nitrox and Tropa, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like I just said, it was an interesting choice for Tropa to make the confrontation against Magic Squad that usually makes a very separated loot. So they would for sure know that 2 players would be alone, and it would be a 4-on-2 advantage. Of course, right now getting those 2 kills, they get a little bit of the edge off, and they are gonna go for a good rotation, try to at least make a better punctuation, and they do not need a lot of extra points. But I was really hoping that for the last map, Magic Squad would drop call with before, or Tropa with Nitrox, and really try to make it into the first blood, and of course guaranteeing their season by the squad wipe. Right now, of course, that did not happen, so we are gonna check out that what's gonna happen
Look
soon
at
enough.
this change.
I said it already. Of course, Bermuda maps always being decisive for Vivo Cage, and Cabeção always going for the place of Nando 9, which is usual, but not that smart, of course. Iago going to the place of Lapa. We see that before is really showing off for their usual squad wipe, their usual lineup, actually. And we also see that before is playing a very safe game. They are all in the watchtower. We are not even at 5 minutes in the map, so I'm thinking that Machado said, you are gonna hold this first position. I don't want you guys to go anywhere, just hold the position and try to keep the top 1.
You know I'm saving myself for the end, right? You know I'm gonna let you speak the whole match, because the end game is going to be insane. We are heading to the end of the regular season. We have Tropa nearing the factory, waiting for a good positioning, and Rick is there to try to anchor Netshoes Miners to that position. He might be a surprise for the players from Tropa. We see Spiel over there, Tropa already with 2 kills, and the fight is going on now between Metagaming and Los Grandes. Phone is on the floor, and now he goes back to the floor with a nice grenade from Eric. The rotation is forced to Juan. Eric will get the kill on Phone, and Kawi will be brought back. Metagaming, now they got 2 kills. They need 3 more to get the record, to tie the record. Pão is going after Gus. He wants the shots. Los Grandes is going for the rotation. Gus brings the Balbao, and Pão opens up some space and uses the ice to force Gus outside. The rush is good. Half-Axe is trying to get Gus to the floor, and he will get it. 3 kills on the hands of Metagaming. They might go for the record, Isa.
They might go for the record, already guaranteeing 3 out of the 5 eliminations that they needed to tie the record, but they want to get the ultimate record, and I want to see it happening as well. Metagaming is my bet for this last map of Bermuda, and we see that they are coming after Juan, and Just
one
one
going uphill, and he will survive. He will survive. He will find the space to run with the car, and Metagaming will not get that kill. However, they already got 3. They need 2 more to tie Fluxo. What Fluxo did in this season, Metagaming can go over in the last round. They can go for the records. 51 kills is the record set by Fluxo. Now Metagaming has 49, Isa.
49 eliminations today for Metagaming. What an amazing day for this team that was just edging the top 12, and now they want to get, of course, they will probably not be able to get to the 10th position, but they are already at the 11th and trying to guarantee a spot over Vivo Cage. So let's check out what Metagaming is going to do for Bermuda. They are already taking over the position of Clock Tower, while B4 is in the Watchtower near this region, just holding after a game. 12 teams still alive, no squad wipe completes, even though we are getting already at 10 minutes in the map, and Liberty against Cruzeiro.
They get trapped to the floor, trying to, for a miracle, get the points they need to stay in the Serie A. R7 now using ice to cover himself, and Pexi and Pato will put the 2 players down, and Hype will finish the job off. Cruzeiro, I see you in the finals, my guys!
Oh my god, Cruzeiro finishing up their season for today, while we see that Vivo Cage is after Corinthians. Nando 9 already with an inch of life in very crowded factory. Oh my god, we're gonna have a lot of confrontations happening right now.
The shots are out, and Nando 9 is trying to find the players from Corinthians. Cabeção over there using the Charge Buster to try to scare off the players from Corinthians. We know that the Charge Buster is really OP right now, and it's feared by everyone here in the LBFF. The jump is good. Razuri is trying to open up the path, but the shot from Cabeção deals half of his life in damage. He uses some med kit over there to get some space as Nando 9 supports from afar. Memgad now shows up to try to take out the support from Vivocade. Razuri got Modestia. It's a 3v3 fight. Cabeção tries to break the ice. Bunge is on the floor. Vivocade taking the best of Corinthians. Now only one player to fight for Corinthians. Memgad is there trying to clutch it out. He will bring his teammate Bunge to his feet once again as Cabeção tries to come up and open onto the players of Corinthians. On the players of Vivocade. We see Hazur also brought back up into the fight. Now it's a 3v3. Memgad saved the squad, and now they can go. Now it's a 4v3 because Vitinci Spill was also brought back to his feet. He's now healing over there, trying to get some spots, and Cabeção will be sent to the floor. 4v2. Corinthians can turn this fight around. We see Nando 9 rotating. He wants to take a good positioning for the fight. He takes a good shot onto Memgad, but was not able to take him down. We see Bungie. Nice shot by Nando 9 once again, and Vitinci Spill will rush. Vivocade will fall in the 11th position. And what a turnaround by Corinthians is
Corinthians going after their last map to guarantee the position that they need for the rankings, while we see Liberty going after them, and it's gonna be very interesting to see if Liberty is gonna be able to make the squad wipe. They want the miracle. Unfortunately, it's gonna be a big miracle.
It's gonna be a huge miracle. Indeed, we see that they are coming for the fight against Corinthians. Hype is siding Pato over there as Peck will lead the charge with the Duck. Going after Corinthians. Now we see the players from the Timão rotating. They want to be hiding in a best position. The safe zone is closing, and they will be left off the safe zone. They will need to rush. They don't have the time to keep on the fight up until right now. Shout out to Carlos Maia, Fabrício Segundo, Fernando S.I., and Solo Ruiz here on the chat with us. The rotation is good. Liberty is trying to hold Corinthians into the Pochinock area. The school is open, and Corinthians want to teach the classes, but Liberty is that rebellious kid wanting to take down the teachers, and they will take 2 down, but Bunge brings it back, sends Specs into the floor. He wants to send it down, but Davi will put Bunge to sleep, and there's only one player for Corinthians once again. It's Hazur. He can try to save the squad once again as Memgad did, but it's a tough decision. It's a tough moment. It's a 2v1 in favor of Liberty, now a 3v1 because Pato was brought back. Vitinci gets the kill, and Hazur will put Hype to the floor, but Pato onto Corinthians. He will get the kills. Liberty with 8 points right now is
Liberty going after everything that they did not get to do today already with 8 eliminations and a good position inside of the safe zone. As we see that we are reaching 12 minutes in the map, 9 teams alive, 34 players, very decisive map. We also know that Nitrox and Team Liquid are right now confronting each other with eyes in both of situations, and we know Pato already brings back Packizing while João is trying to make the rush for Nitrox.
And Nitrox knows that they need to hold themselves in this game. They are still now 7 points ahead of Tropa. So it's a point-by-point decision between those two teams. We see João leaving the house, opening it up for Team Liquid to get inside. MTS searching for the kills. He will go for a grenade, and it deals a lot of damage onto Salis, leaving the rush easy for Bud to put Salis to the floor. Now it's a 4v3 fight favoring Team Liquid. João will also go down as MTS falls to the safe zone, but he can be helped by his teammates that are siding him. Bud confirms the kill onto Salis, and MTS still on the floor, but will leave after the last players from Nitrox. He uses the car as Phoenix points out that Quali is there, and they will not help MTS. MTS will go down, and Quali takes a lot of damage and will fall for Phoenix. Now Nitrox in a predicament. They needed to hold that position really strongly right now, and it will be a tough moment because Cebolinha got Prozin. Nitrox falls in the 9th position, so 3 points for them. We still have Tropa in the game. They have already 2 kills. Los Grandes will fall in the hands of Eric, and the record is tied. Metagaming with 5 tying the record from Fluxo. They can go for the break of the record, and then they broke the record! It's a new record for Metagaming! 52 kills in one day, and the kills are still counting, Isa!
Oh my god, what Metagaming is playing today is no joke, and they are coming after a good safe zone while everyone's position in factory. Tropa has a great position on top of the factory region and trying to pick up some extra kills, as we see before. Got out of the watchtower right now, guaranteeing a good position, but Magic Squad is also still alive and on the game.
Now we see that they want to get inside of the factory, and they want to get to hold the door for the teams that are on the factory. See Peck going for the top of the factory, face to face with the players of Tropa. Kiled will put him down. Now Tropa has the advantage, 3 kills for them, and they at least guarantee 5 more points. They need 3 more. 3 more points for Tropa to take the spot from Nitrox outside of the access group zone. The grenades out. Direct confrontation from the top. Nice grenade by Jubinha. Wants to take out the players from Magic Squad. It's important for those two teams. Let them fight face to face. Don't mess in this. The other teams should be away. Kawe will put 2 players down for B4, but Pato puts Bobs to sleep. Now it's a 3v2 fight favoring Magic Squad, and they will not go for the fight. They rotate to the other side, and Bobs needs some help over there. He will not be helped. He will fall down. Now B4 is being destroyed by Tropa. Iago tries to hold on, and Drax will get the last kill. B4 falls in the 6th position. Let's see if Magic Squad can take away the 6-point difference. Kawe gets the triple. Magic Squad going for an outstanding record right now. They got 3. We see Tropa with 6 kills, and Tropa will take the spot. Metagaming falls in the 5th position, so Tropa will save themselves from the access group. Amazing job by the guys on the last day, taking the difference away from Nitrox. But Netshoes Miners, they are still breathing, but Liberty will try to put them down. Atividade goes down. We see that Tropa is still rotating. They want to be safe. They want to breathe. And it's clear that they will be able to breathe at least fresh air in the 13th position. They will know that they will be in Serie A next season. Magic Squad still wants that difference. It's a 6 points difference. They want to take it all. They want to be the leaders. They want to be the rookies that change the scene, Isa. But Davi is trying to break that dream for them. Moreira will take Pato to the floor, and Davi will put 2 players from the Magic Squad down. Drax is coming over. He wants to rush. He wants to take them down. Davi will put it up, and the last player from Liberty will get the kill. Mandela, he will send Liberty straight to the lobby. Now Tropa going to celebrate their moment, their save inside of Serie A. They are going for the center of the safe, and they know that they have to wait only 1 player that is still alive for Netshoes Miners. And they are breathing safely. They know that they will be in Serie A for the LBFF 8. It's a tough spot, and Tropa did it all to save themselves. It's Sabu! Yeah, Tropa! The redemption came! Tropa beat it all! They knew that they needed 8 points in difference to Nitrox. They went there, got the 10 kills and the Booyah 22 points for Tropa Isa!
I don't have anything to say but respect for Tropa. What they did right now, really. Congratulations for Tropa getting their ticket out of the Access group and into the next season of the LBFF, of course. Not classified for the finals, but oh my god, what a run for Tropa. I'm imagining how the emotions of those guys are in that game house right now.
Insane. And Liberty with 23 points. If they did that during the season, it would be all different.
Yeah.
They were the best team of the last map of the season. They are relegated.
Very tough for Liberty, of course. Right now, saying goodbye for the A-Series of the LBFF. Pat was the MVP, at least, for the last map of Bermuda.
This guy deserves the team next season.
Yes, 23 points for Liberty. Tropa with 22. Metagaming with 13. We see Netshoes Miners going for 12 points. Magic Squad with 8. And B4 with 7.
So no changes on the top.
Magic Squad going only 4 points before.
Before.
Yeah.
Liquid
So,
with 7 points as well, Isa.
Liquid with 7 points, Corinthians with 6, Los Grandes with 4, Nitrox with 3, 0 points, of course, for Vivo Cage and Cruzeiro. So the standings are already settled. We already have a notion of what they will look like, but oh my god, what I'm feeling right now is like that finals getting to me. The finals are getting to me. I am so excited for us to see those teams in the finals, and I want to know if you guys know exactly what 12 teams are going to go up to the finals.
Let's check out who was the MVP of this incredible day of Free Fire, and I know it. It's Kawe.
Oh my god.
12,000 damage to Kawe. 18. He's a sniper. He's a support.
He's a support player.
He's a support. 18 kills. 12,000 damage in one day, 4 assists, and 18 kills are only 34% of the team kills. That's why Metagaming set a new record for the most kills in a single round of the LBFF in history. And let's check out who was the team of the day. This is easy.
Oh, this is easy. 96 points for Metagaming. With, oh my god, 54 points only in Kalahari. We see Kawe with 18 kills, Eric with 16, Hafa with 12, Pão with 7 to honor his name, of course. And what an amazing day by Metagaming. 96 points.
Oh my god. Now we gotta check out the highlights of the day because Hafa X was
Do you have
really...
any doubts who were
No, I don't. I just want to see if those 3 guys were the top killers of the day. Let's check this out. On the highlights of the day, we have Kawe, we have Eric, and Hafa X. Metagaming with the top 3 killers of the day. 53 kills. An impressive record, breaking Fluxo out of the top, Isa.
Completely amazing. It's something that no one had ever done before. 53 kills in one single day. And of course, over half of their punctuation were only in eliminations. 96 points is an amazing punctuation, followed by Team Liquid with 69, Cruzeiro with 67. So Team Liquid and Cruzeiro also having very interesting days. We see Los Grandes going for the most kills, even though they did not win for the most points. So aggressiveness shown by all of those teams, but Metagaming, oh my god, I have no words to say for those guys. What an amazing day.
Incredible what those guys did. And we gotta get the confirmation. Who is where? Let's check out the final standings for the regular season. Before, still on the top, 4 points ahead of Magic Squad. Still on the top, Los Grandes on the 3rd position. as we get Loud. I'll get the confirmation of the 12 teams. Before, Magic Squad, Los Grandes, Loud, Fluxo, Corinthians, Team Liquid, God Unidas, Vasco, Cruzeiro, Metagaming, and Vivo Cage. Those are the finalists of LBFF Season 7. Tropa is saved, Isa!
Tropa is safe, while we are gonna have to look in the Access group. Who are we gonna recycle from these teams? We have Nitrox, 00 Nation, Real, Netshoes, Miners, and Liberty is officially relegated from the A series of the LBFF, as we see that those guys are gonna have a very tough job in the finals before going for 12 points once again for the second season in a row, before going as the leaders of the regular season of the LBFF with 12 points for the finals, and this time a rookie, a newcomer, Magic Squad going for 9 points, and so it goes until Metagaming and Vivo Cage that are gonna have a tough job going with 0 points.
And let's check out the Q leaders list to know who is the MVP of the season. It's Iago! The MVP says it all. 166 kills for Iago. 153 for Cias, 153 for Gus, and MTS, they tied Cias.
Oh my god, it is so amazing to see what happened for the sentencing of the kill leaders, of course, and it is so amazing to see how those players have been having an amazing season. We saw Gus, MTS, Vitin XP, and Iago really going through a better patch in the second half of the season. Cias, of course, was for a long time the leader, the ultimate leader of the MVPs, and of course, Iago really did it all, got the first position. Amazing for Iago.
And we're going to check out, the guys are coming here, back here with us, and we got the confirmation of the points that each team will take to the finals. The most important situation goes on right now for those 12 teams. Before we'll start the finals with 12 points. Magic Squad with 9, Los Grandes with 8, Loud with 7, Flux with 6, Corinthians with 5, Team Liquid with 4, God Unidas 3, Vasco 2, Cruzeiro 1, and Metagaming and Vivo Cage will be left off with no points. We know that twice those points changed the outcome of the final season.
Yes, of course. Very interesting to see. And I do think that it's very fair how this bonus works. Of course, the teams that have such an amazing regular season deserve to go to the finals with a little bit on top, of course, because of the amazing run that they had. And we are going to see which one of those amazing 12 teams is going to take over the title and the spot for the Free Fire World Series in Sentosa.
And of course, it will be coming on the screen for you guys to check out the schedule for the finals. The grand finals will happen on the 16th of April. April 16th is the day at 1 p.m. as the regular time that we start the broadcasts here. After this Saturday, the other one, we have the grand finals, and we will be bringing you guys full coverage in English. The international broadcast will be open for you guys to participate, to join us, to discuss with us, and it will be a pleasure to have you guys over here. And I want to personally thank you guys for being here throughout the whole regular season. It's my third regular season here in LBFF, and it's really important to know that that we are bringing Free Fire, Brazilian Free Fire, to all around the world. So thank you guys for being here with us. We expect you guys on the finals, but it's really emotional and really nice for me to say thank you that watched us. Thank you for making us feel that Brazilian Free Fire is loved all around the world, and our work is loved all around the world. And thank you, Isa, for being by my side for this, which is your first season. Congratulations on what you've accomplished here with me, and thank you for being my partner.
I can't believe that I'm even here still now, finishing off my first season for the LBFF, and I am so happy to have been with you guys today. And of course, I'll catch you guys in the finals. And praising our Brazilian Free Fire is something that it's really important for me, and I'm hoping to see how we are gonna be able to do in the Free Fire World Series. Of course, I'll be waiting for all of you guys. Thank you so much from all of my heart for being here, and I'll catch you guys on the next Saturday.
Next Saturday. And I want to thank as well Mateus, our coordinator. I want to thank Will. I want to thank Augusto. I want to thank Taco. Everyone, and he is also, I want to thank Henry here that helped us bring the Brazilian Free Fire to all around the world, our crew, our amazing crew that helped us through thick and thin to get you guys the best broadcasts possible. Don't forget to follow us on our social media at FF Esports BR, me at Marcelo Ferrantini, Isa at Isa13X, and if you are not here on next Saturday on the 16th, you'll be losing it all. The grand finals are coming, and of course, we are clear to take off, and we'll see you on the 16th!